think it's just us who saw this shame, but it's fine. I hope the sound is not too loud. Okay, so
Do you guys actually hear me eat? I just see that green frame around my picture, so do you hear it when I'm eating?
No.
Okay, good. If so, let me know.
Maybe. I mean, the chat will let you know.
Maybe.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the world of Tithir. Welcome back, the Power Rangers, as we're starting our episode number 70, by the way. What a number. As last time, the party had literally a pub stomp when Farvald and Rave were just about to leave the town, and their newly acquired friend, Sas Lee, he instead went further on to the group of mercenaries, Ravens, who previously were kind of, let's say, disrespected a bit by Farvald, who came all the way to their favorite pub in the High Lake City and started to throw stones and torches inside of it. So the party decided to intervene, and by intervening, it means a lot of fireballs, shots fired, and a lot of dead bodies. So we have seen a lot of Matrix moments last time, as both Farvald and Rave were avoiding being shot on a magnificent scale. I think it was like 2 hits out of 14 shots, something. So yeah, I suggest you give Rave a nickname. Bullet Tooth, Rave Bullet Tooth. Rave хрен попадешь.
She's an agent, so like Agent Smith, but she's
Yes.
an agent now.
She's the agent now officially. As
Reno Rave. I like
Yes.
Reno Rave.
Yes. So as the whole thing endeavored, you saw that there was a group of kobolds who also joined on the other side fighting against the Ravens. This is the one that your fellow members of the Adventurers Guild, the kobolds that you faced recently in the arena and you managed to win. You know that there are 3 characters of 11th level. So they joined in some part of the battle, and they took attention on them quite a lot. And as the whole thing uncovered, quite a few buildings caught on fire, including your favorite pub. So in the very end, when the tips of the battle was decided, the Ravens were defeated and were giving themselves up to the city cavalry guard, who just arrived to the scene as fast as possible. Sas Lee rushed inside of the pub and opened up his fire Gidrant, the magic of hand, and saved the whole pub from being burned down to crisp, which excited the innkeeper really a lot, and he even proposed to call this place after Sas Lee, but Sas Lee said that he rather have this place called the Great Wizard Pub. So you have successfully renamed a pub in the High Lake City, and as Farvald quickly looted the bodies, you were standing on a street as the remains of the Ravens were taken away by the cavalry guard. This is how we ended the last game. Yes. So, to set up a scene, as you're standing in the square in front of you, there are a couple dozens of burned bodies. Rave, you feel powerful at this specific moment. You feel that you have unleashed some stress that has been accumulated with you in the past days, especially with the disappearance of Bob. So that makes you feel better. Farvald, on your side, you're looking at the shield that you're holding in your hand, the Shield of Defender. And this is pretty much the first time since the moment you have acquired this artifact, if I believe like 30 or 40 games ago, when its properties came extremely handy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, which allows you to resist the projectile damage. Yes, so you kind of clear it off slowly, breaking pieces of bolts which are still stuck in it, and kind of keep on adjusting your armor. You yourself don't really feel that good. You are more to the unlife side than life at this specific moment. So if you're looking around, you would definitely be the most pale person on the street at this specific moment. Especially with this ice, which you are wearing today, it's a perfect fit. As about you, Susly, you have finished the clearing the fire on the first floor. You didn't let it to go to the second floor. As you're observing from the inside, the Great Wizard pub of the first floor, you see that definitely the damages are way exceeding the ones. You don't know. But for other players, just for the players, the damage on the first floor of the pub is way exceeding what caused the night Gaki assassination attempt happened. So it would take some time for it to get back into shape. And at this moment, the innkeeper is still happy that it's still one building. Other than that, pretty much soon his euphoria will be over. He's gonna think more practical. As you're gathering up at the street Farvold, you have collected stuff from the corpses of the Raven mercenaries. So, first of all, about Farvold, you can look at your character sheet. There are a few notes added to your profile. In the description. So this is something that you know about yourself, and this is about your status. So just I'm helping you with fractured memories. Yeah.
Okay, let me read that. Yes.
Yeah, this is something that you already knew before.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense? Everything correct?
No, I see. Yeah, the characteristics, right. I know. Yeah. All good.
Cool. So as you have went through the bodies very quickly before Susly was actually dealing with the firefighting, you managed to collect quite a few silver coins. They're mostly silver coins rather than gold coins. And as you looked in through the bodies, you managed to accumulate about 1,300 gold pieces from about 15 bodies.
Oh.
Most of the gold pieces came from the bodies of the lieutenants, so higher ranks. Other than that, the only piece of the object that you found of interest, something that hasn't been burned to crisp and something that still could be used, you took from body of one person a whistle. It's like a tiny wooden stick with several holes in it, which could be used as a whistle. So you notice that it's a nicely crafted small thing, and it even has a tiny rope next to it, which could be used on your wrist, not to lose it. Yeah, this specific attribute attracted your attention, and you collected it all.
Okay. So should I add that to the inventory? Because for now I don't find it.
You definitely can.
Okay, I mean, okay, looking at that, I wouldn't know how to play it, right?
Please roll for performance.
Ah, okay, I see. 24. Natural 19.
Rave, as you are standing on the street and looking around, you hear this familiar creak of kiwi birds that you heard once before, once they were just dancing on the top of Bob's head. And as you're trying to figure out, it immediately gives you the memories of Bob, as like this is what you associate with him. And as you're trying to find the source where the sound comes from, it's actually Farwald who is now trying with his newly acquired whistle to do something.
And what does he do?
you.
I mean, I only hear that, but do I see any illusions or something like that?
Actually, with the roll that you made, the melody is quite pleasant. It's kind of a bit of a high pitch, mostly. So you wouldn't like to listen it for a long time. Maybe those who have like... Actually, roll for insight.
Me?
Yes, right for you.
Okay. 17.
You recognized the type of whistling, a melody that is being used. Actually, this kind of whistles are used against, or let's say during the animal trainings. So the animals or beasts, like a basic one which live in the towns, would be the most susceptible to this sound.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Oh, we can train honey.
Getting closer to my pet griffin then, I suppose.
Sure. Oh. Yes, so this is the scenery. You're all regrouping soon after in the front yard. Susly, you kind of feel that this heat of the building is leaving you behind as you're entering the square in front of you.
I'm waiting for the... I don't know, I'm gonna look over the horses. I think we left them. I'm gonna check if they're fine, and yeah, I'm gonna take the horses and manage them so they don't run away or something.
Yeah, it takes you maybe 5 minutes to go around the corner. The horses are no longer standing just by the wall of the inn, which was burning. They kind of like went further on away into the alleyways, but they didn't run out. So very soon you're collecting all the horses and you are getting back to the party. What do you do?
So end of last session, I wrote in general like some downtime action and activities for Farwald, and remember to the party collected the ideas we had on how to continue. But I take it that there was no downtime as of now, right? Yeah.
As this specific moment, you're just heated down from the battle. So
okay.
if you would like to do a downtime on any other activities, we discuss it and we go from it right now.
I mean, I would really like to kind of, what did I call it? Determine Farwald state. So we had like different ideas on what to do, what to test, to get a better understanding. So yeah, I guess that would be great to do.
As you are thinking about your own state, you're kind of ending playing the melody on the whistle. Yes. And as you're taking it off, you notice that on the inner side of this tube, there are actually several glyphs inscribed.
Oh, okay. Do I understand what language that is? Are those like magical glyphs, or Is it a specific language?
Yeah, you can roll for Arcana.
24, natural 19 again.
Ooh, somebody is like rolling hot. You recognize that this is artificially inscribed runes. This is something that has enhanced the equipment below its normal qualities. So you definitely hold a magical item in your hands.
Oh.
And that kind of explains why it doesn't carry any signs of burns or crisp, even though the outer side looks like just a wooden stick, you know? Burn easily.
Do I understand anything about those runes? Do I know what they stand for? Not at
Nope.
all.
You have zero idea.
Okay, I think I just tuck it into inner pocket of my, I don't know what I'm wearing, coat, right? Yeah.
An armor?
Yeah, but Forward also has a black coat on top. When he's not fighting.
I realized I was testing a bit of like messaging functionality for the stream, and now the whole stream is in the test messages. If you open the chat,
What do you
What do
mean?
you mean?
if you open the, can you see the past history of the chat? The chat on the stream?
No.
No? Okay, maybe then it's opened for me. Okay, weird. Good. If you don't see it, I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
There is
don't say
nothing
anything.
informative. There is nothing informative there. Yes, as you're tucking it back, you see the Susly who comes back close to you with the horses. As you look at his outfit and his kind of condition after the fight, Sus, how do you feel?
So I just have my fists a little bit bloodied, but otherwise surprisingly clean, I would say. So no dirt, no signs of struggle, bruises. Yeah, as if you already seen before that the Susly was looking suspiciously clean, and this is probably the same feeling you have now that that he's clean, I guess. So all of the clothes are clean. But the face,
Yeah.
I guess, is not very happy because so many people died. So it's not good.
First blood, kind of. A lot of blood, a lot of first blood.
Susly didn't kill anyone. That didn't happen.
No,
Oh, really?
he didn't.
Right.
I don't know what happened to the
almost?
captain.
Yeah, exactly. To this guy that you were just holding, he was almost dead.
I was hitting him non-lethally, so I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, so as everybody who were showing any signs of life, as all the locals came kind of back to the scenery as well as the guards were looking around, already after Farvald looted them, they kind of seized them and forced them into one single column and were escorting them out, disarming them at first, of course, and escorting them out.
It feels so nice. I mean, we just beat up like a bunch of people and we are heroes. That's strange. Like usually we get punished.
As the majority of the new prisoners are kind of walking away, you notice that one of the horse riders is returning back to the square, and this is the lieutenant you previously were talking with, whose name is Anders Silverfin, which was half halfling, half human.
Mm-hmm.
I think his portrait is still visible in the lore channel. He is Yeah, I've been told the whole thing by the kobolds, by the shining dragons, and I have to say I am impressed that just 3 of you could walk and engaged with more than 3 dozens. That in other days I would say that's reckless and it's just a useless way how to commit suicide. But today it seems like the stars and the gods were on your side, and you helped the city prevent maybe another great fire. So good for that. Yeah, make sure you step. I will give my report to the mayor. Make sure you step by the magistrate.
Yeah, we certainly do so.
Yeah.
Um,
Hata! And he like turns around and rushes back. You want to shout something in his back?
no, I'm good.
Mind lends
Actually,
him.
can I? Wait, let me check.
I think you're out of
Don't
spell
have
slots.
spell
Nah, I
slots.
can't.
You were out of spell slots even before the fight. So
Can we take a short rest?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so what I wanted to ask is, you said Farwald is closer to being dead than being alive, but how does he feel about it? I mean, usually when so weak, you kind of feel bad, but how does he feel right now? Does he feel comfortable?
roll for self insight with advantage.
That would be 26.
I see somebody just like really didn't roll the whole week, and today.
I saved it all for today, yeah.
Yeah, well done. So as you are trying to kind of dive into your inner feelings and how does the body respond to you and how do you think about it all, you find yourself thinking that you're somewhat indifferent. You feel like, oh, you clearly can see wounds and a few like hits by arrows and swords from the ravens on your body. But as you look at them, you feel like you don't have this rush of bandage them right away. You don't have this self-preservation instinct, which probably would hit you immediately before.
Okay. Got it. Still shouldn't look for a fight with a street dog or so, I suppose. So.
Wait.
You have a
Farward must be
whistle now.
looking like 1 HP, right? He's at
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. He's 1 unhealth point.
I was just curious because, I mean, if you're kind of undead and you're close, I mean, you have low HP, how does it work? But apparently, I'm still severely damaged and shouldn't let them drop any further.
I mean, even undead can go fully dead.
Yeah, just inciting. Okay, guys, what do you want to do? I really feel like taking a rest, if you wouldn't mind.
Like where?
It's
We were
only
just
the
gonna
first
leave the inn.
floor. That's only the first floor that burned, but our rooms went the second, right?
Did we even like left a note and some tips?
Tips?
Didn't
Right,
we?
we
Like
did.
we left some money
Right.
and we said like bye.
I can go back and take that money because, I mean, we saved them.
We could sleep
Yeah,
on
but-
the stable.
Or we
Us
just
feels
go
fine.
to the Adventure Guild Tavern. There's something like that, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure about you. Did you have any urgent business to do? Other than that, I'd really gladly like take a short nap.
I can make
so-
a tea, but otherwise, I think I have some bread and tea to camp somewhere. So I don't know. We wanted to leave the town, but I don't know.
I really don't
I'm
feel like
shocked.
traveling.
Shocked.
Yeah.
So many people died. I think we need to go to church.
Oh no, you're not religious, are you? You're a monk.
It's-
You you can
It
go to
should
the
be really.
church. Yeah, but it's different. It's kind of more spiritual, right?
Well, there is no monasteries here, right? I
But
just
you
need a
believe.
quiet place to pray.
Well, okay, that's perfect. Let's go to the Adventurer Guild's
Is
tavern
it a
or something.
quiet place there?
Ah! You alive! As Gaki is running out
Run.
from behind the well, where she was well protected at some moment. She runs towards you, Farvelt, and she's kind of like jumps with both hands and legs on top of you. Please roll Constitution saving. So
This could kill me.
You're
Right,
gonna
DM?
fall or
This
die.
could kill me. Constitution saving throw.
yeah, you need 13 or more to withstand.
Crit.
Oh my
That's a
god.
crit. That's so. So what is that? The Dirty Dancing move, like catching her mid-air or so?
I mean, you can also bash her back with a shield if you want, but
Okay, revenge. No.
no. Yeah, you describe me the move that you make as she's jumping at you. Tell us.
You know, like using her the using her force. I don't know, spin her around and then hold her like Dirty Dancing, like in the air, before setting her down. You know, like dramatic performance. No, like not like that. Like in a, how to say, elegant way, not just in a skillful way, but also in an elegant way.
Okay.
Not juggling crates here.
Okay, as you're getting her in mid-air and raising her up and making a twist and a turn, she's like woohoo, and she is just like, you gently put her back to the ground and you see how her hair is spreading around, just a wild bunch. It's like this extra spin gave her extra volume, and she is looking at you and she's like, are you okay? You okay? How does it feel? And then she pokes into one of the wounds.
Oh.
Well, since I'm indifferent, I guess I don't care so much. But I just tell her, look, I'm very weak right now. That was a really tough fight. Please be easy on me.
Oh yes, of course, absolutely, of course, yes. Wait, I can heal you.
Wait a second. Not yet.
But you said
think
you're
I first should-
injured.
Yes, but I think I first should take a short rest. I can explain it to you later. Or maybe to the whole party. I'm not sure if they ever talked about Farald's state.
I mean, you know, in terms of us players, we know what short rest is, but in terms of the world and characters, what the hell is short rest?
Directly for an hour, you should say it like that.
I need some alone time.
Oh no, that's worse.
No.
Yeah, that's worse.
Okay, no, I need to have a. How to.
You
Are
need
you
to
sure?
pray, right?
You sure?
I-
You look
I-
very
Souls.
pale. Do you have temperature? She's like,
I guess not.
you don't have
but-
temperature. You're so cold.
Exactly. So what I really need right now is to have a short rest, quiet, sleeping, and after that I'd gladly take your healing.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I guess you know better. Sure.
It has to do something with my god. I can explain later. It's a bit complicated.
So, then a question to the party. Where are you heading to? What would you like to do right now?
We're going to these guilds in, or yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Are you ever going
Yep.
there?
Why? Like, because I really need like a short rest, and I would prefer not to travel in this state. Because I kind of can barely walk, I suppose. I mean, I look indifferent
Mhm.
while doing so, but I'm probably limping.
When you say barely
carry
walk,
you,
it's
maybe.
like.
Maybe we can try the carrying trick, remember? Like, I can carry you and you can sleep. It's not gonna work before, but now it could work. Or we can find some kind of a carriage. We can drop you in, and you're gonna be sleepy for an hour.
So, if you wanted to go to the tavern, there is a tavern that you visited before earlier, the Adventurers Guild. It's called the Champion of the High Lakes. And this is a place where Gaki and you, Farvelt and Rafe, were kind of advertising the Great Wizard performance earlier. You can go there if you want.
I mean, I think I would prefer. We don't have a reason to quickly leave the city, right?
Oh, not anymore.
And I suppose we also wanted to go to the Adventurers Guild anyways, in order to maybe collect some reward for defending the turf and, getting our ranks up or so. I mean, you just beat crap out of 36 ravens. There must be something worth to them.
You get a reward for killing people? What?
Bad people.
Exactly, bad people. You. All right, Sas, you're not in the Adventurers Guild, so maybe that
They
may.
were bad people, right? I don't know who they
Yes,
were.
Maybe we can
they
add
were
him to
bad
our
people.
party.
Yeah, you can register him.
So
Register
we're like,
what?
okay, hear me out. So we're part of the Adventurers Guild, and that's a guild for people
We
who
get paid for
fight.
killing people.
No. We fight for sometimes, but we fight for the right thing. So we swore an oath before, becoming members, and it's to protect the weak and do the right thing. And sometimes there are people who stand in the way of those goals. And in the case of the Ravens, they're like a organized group of thieves and cutthroats, and so naturally the Adventure Guild clashes with them sometimes. So we're doing the world a favor, in fact.
You wanna go, sure, but I don't think my god will. I need to talk to my god before accepting any more. You know,
Sure.
before
But let's
making
first
any promises.
let's first head there because we know it's a safe place, and we did them a great favor, I think.
So, where are you heading? To Adventurers Guild Guildhouse or to the inn?
Isn't there an Adventurers Guild inn?
Yes, so that was my second option.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yes,
The inn,
you.
that's all right.
Yeah. You already know the way you previously visited before. So as you're no longer getting lost, you're getting there with the shortest way from the pub of the Great Wizard, which is not able to accommodate you for now, but it carries the significant name. So as you're entering the place, you notice that currently at this moment, most of the place is empty. Remember, it's about 11-12, like midday. So most of the parties who are adventuring or dealing with any other business, they either are still sleeping after the night's party and dances, or somebody has already left, let's say, for a job or work. So midday is really the emptiest time you could ever come to the Champion of the High Lakes pub. As you're walking in, you're showing your bronze badges of the guild, and you're being escorted to the rooms which are always reserved for the members of the guild.
That's
So-
nice. Why didn't we do that before?
Yeah, we didn't know. We just learned about this place, like promoting this campaign for the Great Wizard, I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so they are asking about how many rooms you need.
I suppose.
As the innkeeper, he's holding several keys in his hand and kind of trembling. And
We don't live in the same room, like in different corners.
I mean,
Yeah, you
he
think
says
that's
that
actually, or
some parties are just usually stay in one single room, just like several level banks, as people have different preferences, of course.
It depends. I mean, if we're staying here for the night later and we're not leaving Hylexia yet, then we should have a room for each one, like 3 rooms. But if it's just for now to recover, then a 1 room is enough.
I think we don't pay in either case, right? Because we're members, so it doesn't really make a difference.
We don't pay anything?
I mean, the rooms that you are getting, they are fine exactly for like spending the night there, but you wouldn't invite people there for your birthday party here. So
It's fine. But if it's for
Yeah.
free, then we can get separate rooms.
Yeah, then we can just get separate ones. I think no one should attack us like at the Adventurer Guild's Inn. Like that would be. I don't even think the Ravens would do that. So I think we should be fine, right?
For now, the enemy like is scared, so no.
yes,
Okay,
as
good.
you announced the number of rooms, which is 3. Yes, so you all can walk to your rooms, and Gaki, she's walking into your room, Farvel. And she's just about to
Why?
start your help to, like, take off the armor, and being kind of... How do you react? What do you do?
That's fine. I mean, I didn't expect anything else, but I kind of give the impression of the very tired guy who really needs to sleep.
She is carefully taking the bracers and the shoes, and you're making like the least amount of movement possible. Probably not even breathing for the most part. You're not really even playing the pack, the act. You're kind of already on the other side, in a way. She sees that your condition, and she kind of like, okay, I will leave you be. I will leave you be. I will go around the town. It's something we can meet later on. If you're planning to go south, like, are you still planning to go south? Did you change your mind?
I think we were headed to Dunware, right? So, yeah, I think so. We didn't change plans much.
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah, after Zorak attempted on my life, I am afraid to stay here, even if you claim that Adventurers Guild is safe.
You're afraid to stay here at the tavern, at that inn?
I mean, in general, in a town. They found me here, I would rather move.
Yeah, sure.
So-
I mean, I thought it was kind of a safe thing that you will join us for the trip to Dunware at least.
She's like, careful,
Really?
close
She's
the door.
sleeping?
I mean, you want her to sit by her bed or what?
Sure, why not? Moral
You
support.
you didn't tell her.
Okay, I tell her that she can stay if she wants. It's fine. I just need to sleep as well.
She immediately opens the door fast and closes, as if she was waiting for it. And she
Okay.
kind of like sits on a bench and observes you. Yeah, if you would like to do something special during your short rest, you can do. But if you're doing long rest, tell me what you are planning to do.
Okay, wait, let me quickly check the notes. So,
Yeah, thanks everybody
I
who
will-
joined the stream. Happy to answer any questions to any nonsense we are currently playing about. So, 5 people, thank you very much.
So, yep, I'd really like to take a short rest, like of 1 hour, which should be fine. And I'd like to roll 4 hit dice in that time to see if I regain any hit points. Yeah, and yeah, I'll just make it like a short nap. And while doing so, I'll try to, I don't know, think about my patron and try to kind of make contact while being in between the sleeping and dreaming, let's say. Because I'd
You
really
can
like to.
roll for, I would say it would be persuasion with disadvantage.
I have to persuade them to listen to it. This guy. Alright, disadvantage then it is. So it's 15. Not enough, okay.
As you're trying to catch like a week of sleep, you see that Gakish is just sitting calmly on the. She's like sitting calmly, and she's just like trying to look at her own instrument and assess any damages which have been inflicted on it in the past several days. And yeah, she seems to be completely within her own thoughts as you're drifting to sleep. Sasli, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually camp in front of Rave's, I don't know, room.
Didn't you get
Because
your
Rave
room?
was very suspicious.
Oh my god. Because I kill people, but
Yeah, I wanna. I mean, I'm gonna
do I
sit
see
there.
that? Do I see that?
No, you're in a room. How can you see through the
Damn.
doors?
Maybe she
Okay.
hears it.
Do I? Maybe yes, maybe.
I'm not. I'm moving stealthily.
Uh,
I mean, I'm gonna look at my necklace and check the direction, what the necklace shows, and then I'm gonna try to remember the image of the dreams that I saw, but otherwise pay attention to people passing by, suspicious sounds, firebirds flying in and out. Yeah, it's an early morning, pretty shocked, just want to sit there, meditate, and
It's a bit like
pay
late
attention.
morning.
Well, killing so many people so early. Well, I'm not, but someone that I'm camping around did.
Okay, so would you like to know more, or you already have the answer
About,
your dreams?
well, if I see something, I don't know, do I need to roll?
I mean, you don't really
Or
sleep, so
not? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, not ever?
not at this specific moment. So, yeah, we'll go back to Rave. Rave, you are behind a closed door, and you sit down, and you feel that you have actually exhausted some part of your arsenal during the fight, but you feel like they could bring more against you. Other than that, yeah, what would you like to do in this time?
Nothing pending, so I guess I'm also gonna take a short rest. Yeah, I don't have a lot to write yet to family, so maybe at some point when I have more inspiration. Yeah. Yeah, Rave needs a lot of inspiration to write letters back. And a lot of months as well. Yeah.
A lot of months.
Yeah. The
Yes,
last one took me
so
like or months, right?
Yes, so sometimes Rafe is writing letters to her own family and using the magical pigeon to send it over long distances. But collecting information and phrasing them and putting them in a letter takes a lot of mental effort. So it doesn't happen often. Yeah, so we can roll quickly fast forward as you can all mark short rest if you'd like, including you, Farval.
So I was just wondering, so because I carry the period of wounds, it means it doubles the hit points I gain by hit dice. So the formula technically would be, because I choose 4 hit dice, would be 4 times 1d8 plus 3, but that times 2. What's the syntax here for
It
doing
just
that?
doubles the number of hit points it restores. So you first select how many hit dice you want to use.
Yeah, so that
Then you roll them. Then you kind of use them, and then you multiply it by 2.
Okay, that was it. Okay, 48 plus 3. Okay, got it.
Yep. Yes. So your unlife continues as the short rest ends. The Gaki, she kind of after you drift to sleep, she tried to tune in her instrument more, but making a few more like notes. She stopped doing that. She didn't want to disturb you. Rather, she was just observing you from a side.
That's loyalty.
Yeah, you spend some time kind of like treating your wounds, closing the most obvious ones. But the fact that your kind of pain tolerance has greatly increased, it was fairly easy for you to treat yourself.
So I actually restore 54 hit points?
Correct.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's now hit points for you, not health points.
Unhealth points. Okay. Okay, so that works. Well, well then after getting up and feeling kind of slightly recovered,
So, just one note about the short rest. Short rest is kind of a light activity which you're doing. It's not like you fell asleep and suddenly you wake up and the arrow in the knee disappeared. Yes?
so how does it work?
So
okay,
it's more like
I'm mending
it's more
myself.
like
Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of mending your wounds, and then you can catch it like a shut eye for some time.
Okay.
That's like your natural body and natural skill in treating your own wounds during your adventure in life.
Okay.
Rafe, as you are leaving your short rest, you open the door and you see that right there on the rails, similarly as you saw him first time, sits Sus Lee, kind of with his face and posture towards your door.
Hey,
His legs are freely floating in front.
Did you want to get in or something like that? What are you doing there?
I wanted to make sure you're fine.
Wait, like exactly. Why didn't you just knock on the door and like get in? Because it looks like if you were a homeless person or something here.
I mean, if you scream or something like that, I would get in, but I don't know.
It just looks
You
really
went in, you
strange
closed
that
the door.
you're just there.
I'm not used to sleeping in rooms.
Okay.
Never had my own room, so it's a
Maybe
bit
you already
uncomfortable.
deserve one.
I don't know why. Why would someone need a room? You can sleep anywhere.
You can try having a room and then you compare how it was sleeping outside,
Sleeping.
cold, etc., and being very comfortable.
Okay, maybe next time.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yeah, this moment
Right.
Farvel and Gaki are stepping out. What would you like to do next?
I didn't intend to step out yet.
Okay, what would you like to do inside of the room here?
First of all, I wanted everything now sounds wrong. I wanted to show Gaki my whistle.
We didn't need to know that. I mean,
You know, just in case she knows what the runes on it mean.
She quickly examines this small wooden stick and
With magical attributes.
with magical
Oh my God.
attributes on it. Sergey, what is that? Drink in peace, yes. And as she looks at it, she says, "Oh, that seems to be magic. It has some magic upon it, and I'm not able to identify what is that. But I don't know. Maybe those who deal with the magic on a daily basis, those who maybe trade it. I mean, those would probably know."
Okay, fair enough. So I feel way better now. I'm kind of rested, and I'd like you to maybe use a weak healing spell on me. I just want to try something out. You know, I was kind of on the brink to death, and with my god, my patron, weird things happen. So I'm not quite sure about my current state. Let's treat it as an experiment. So only like a weak healing spell would be great.
So she is gonna use Cure Wounds of level 1 on you.
Mm-hmm.
As she is kind of pointing her hand forward and she's using her focus, her instrument as a focus for casting. You hear this vibration of strings, which wasn't actually caused by her touch, as the magic flows through it, continues and further touches your body.
Mm-hmm. And how do I feel about it?
As you look at the place where the magic was just floating through you, you feel indifferent.
So there's no change. I don't feel healed. I feel just the same.
Just the same.
Okay. Yeah, kind of as I thought. Gaki, just for your information, if you see me like all pale as I am right now, all the healing spells, they won't have any effect on me. Just, it's just about my patron, you know.
What do you mean just about your patron? You promised to tell me the whole story.
Well, you see my eye color changed, right?
Yes? Are you sure you're not
So-
ill?
Always when I'm close to death, my patron, let's say, he helps me to overcome death. But as a side effect, I am
I am death.
I'm in a different state, you know. So my eye color changes. I'm all pale and maybe a bit less emotional, and also I cannot be healed by a typical healing magic. Just so you know.
Okay. I mean, she kind of like shrugs, and I mean, that's weird. Didn't see anyone like this before, but okay.
Yeah, well, you know, with interesting gods, they bring interesting features. Just also maybe make sure not to hit me with any silver or so when I'm in that state, that would be awesome. Like,
Oh, I just wanted to give you this small silver bracelet, you know, but no joke. No, that happens.
okay.
Anything else?
I'm thinking. Does any one of you guys have something that causes necrotic damage?
Not a
I mean,
bit.
except light. Except
Okay.
light. I don't want that.
Okay.
Like something more.
Let's see. Mm.
Oh, actually, I have something myself. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Can you use
So-
it? Use it?
Yeah, so I want to use Chill Touch on myself.
What is
What,
blowing
like-
the whistle now? Touching yourself? What?
Yeah.
Chill touch
Blowing the
myself.
whistle to Yaku. Yeah? That's it.
What the hell, people? Okay, please cast the spell. So you cannot miss with this one because you're hitting yourself.
So it is 7 necrotic damage.
So let me check one thing.
Wait, you can now heal yourself. Maybe.
That's what I want to find out.
Is it a cantrip?
It is a cantrip, and it so the creature cannot regain hit points until start of next turn, but also it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me. So it means if I want to attack myself now, it doesn't work so well. That's good. That's reassuring. Interesting. TM didn't account for that.
Free healing though.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, just imagine it works, because then with Blight, that is like is basically like an insta full heal. But I don't like the way the M is looking, so maybe something terrible happens right now.
I mean, you're either healed or you're not healed. Like, what else can happen? Nothing.
I don't know. Maybe I turn crazy or so. I have no idea. Could be anything. Ah,
It's a very complex situation.
yeah. It was probably a bad cantrip to choose.
Too late? Why?
No, because it. Okay, I'll let DM speak. Let's see.
Okay, please roll for the damage. For the
I did. It's 7 necrotic damage.
7 necrotic damage. So as Gaki is observing you, like there is a ghastly skeletal hand appearing
She's still there.
on your right shoulder, and this hand is kind of trying to give you this like skeletal massage through the armor of yours. She's just about to scream, seeing how unnatural it looks like. You don't really bat the eye. So as the hand goes kind of like deeper into your bones, you take 3 damage.
Okay. So I have a resistance, but not an immunity. And I'm not getting healed. Why? Okay. So I tell Gaki, it's all fine, it's all fine. I just need to test something. That was all just me. It's all good.
Your tests are weird. This is the first time you hear in her voice like sounds of like, what the hell am I doing? Who is this guy?
How do I explain? I actually forgot she was still in the room. Well, as I told you, like my patron, he helps me like when I'm like close to death, etc. And it has like some weird side effects, and one of the side effects is that that I'm kind of shielded like partially against certain types of damage. And I had a suspicion, but I didn't know, so I just had to try it. And yes, I can confirm it. So that type of damage I just inflicted on myself is like, yeah, it's not so strong. So I was just testing how the blessings of my patron work on me. Might have looked weird, but it's all fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, that usually doesn't end well if you try to self-inflict damage to yourself. Just saying.
Okay, I want an insight roll on that. What does she mean?
Should roll for insight against her.
Oh, that's a crit. It's a natural 2029.
Are you fucking kidding me? What?
What's up today with you? Oh my god.
So what, I know her soul? What does this mean?
Yes, you know her inside out. Yes. So apparently, as the way how she says the words of about self-inflicted damage, she definitely kind of connects it to kind of a suicidal thoughts. So she definitely has a history or more behind this kind of behavior.
But
so
does she personally have this history?
It's you don't know, but it definitely something close to her.
I have a 29 DM. I don't know.
You don't know. You don't read her thoughts, right? You didn't ask her
of.
ever. You know, you with the insight check, you can identify people's reactions, what they think, possibly the area of their thoughts, and how they might react in future. So this is the way how you read people, but you don't know people with that.
Okay.
Yeah, seems like undead state gives you plus 100 in luck, says Sebastian.
Yeah.
Well, as of now, yeah, I can't complain. So yeah, but just to reply to her statement, I kind of look at her with like a, that knowing eyes, but without saying like much. Like in a less creepy way. Even though that's probably hard right now, but I'm like, I say like, yes, we should definitely never harm ourselves. That's not the way. That's not the way to go. But I leave it at that. Yeah. And then I'm ready to go out and see what the others do.
Yeah, you leave the room and you find Sas and Rafe talking next to the rails on the second floor of the inn, the champion of the High Lakes. As they look at you, they see that you have mended your wounds, but you still look pale as before.
Mm.
So, yeah. Let me write something down.
Okay, guys, I'm kind of rested right now, but I just confirmed my suspicions, and while I'm in this state with this, eye color and everything, I cannot be healed by conventional healing spells. So don't try the conventional healing on me.
What happens?
Nothing, actually. It just doesn't have any effect.
What about alcohol?
Alcohol?
Do you have
I don't
alcohol,
know.
Sas?
Do you get drunk still? Do you need food? Are you feeling hungry?
I don't really feel hungry, right, DM?
Do you want to drink blood?
So
Almost
when
like
you
me.
when you think about food and drinks, you think that like this feeling of hunger is kind of fine for you, but at this moment it's kind of distant. So whatever you
Okay.
had yesterday is still fine for you.
So I kind of want to take a look at my companions. Probably, I don't know, like the where they are wearing like just bare skin, like meaty parts. Do I feel like some kind of appetite or so? Like do yeah, I don't
At
know.
whose skin are you looking specifically, and which body parts?
Okay. No, like in general, I'm trying to get a feeling if I kind of need different kinds of food, like say, maybe human flesh or so.
Ah.
Do I feel like inclined to that in some way?
Flesh is just a flesh, right? That's what you. That's
Well,
what you
I
think.
know at the end of the day it's all chicken, but no, like
That's exactly your thoughts.
but are they different than before?
Chicken is still chicken, right?
Okay, decrease in morality, I suppose. But good. Yeah, but to answer the question, no, I don't think I'm hungry. I'm good for now.
Okay. I can make some tea if you want, but if you're not, ready to go.
Tea? What kind of tea are you making?
Oh, very, very fine tea. Yeah, I can make some. Now, if we're staying,
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Sure.
Yes. Oh, what
We-
effect does that tea have, though?
What effect does the tea has? What do you mean?
I mean, I drank one before.
And what happened
It's
to you?
I can remember nothing.
You killed 36 people.
I don't remember.
Good one.
Tea.
The tea makes you feel good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I should try. Let's see.
Mhm.
So I'll make one at our next stop.
I mean, you're
Because
currently
we're
in the inn.
heading
If you would
away.
like, if you'd like to make it, you can make one now.
I thought we were leaving already. We were waiting for you, Farward, to drive.
No, we wanted to talk to the guild people.
Yeah, we definitely should pay the guild a visit. A quick one.
Yeah. And have you already talked to your god about the situation, Saz?
I have to wait until it's a bit. The sun goes down. Then I'm
So
more connected.
the sun goes down. What kind of god is that?
IDNF, I already told you.
Wait, what was that god about? Farwold forgot.
Everyone forgot.
It's the effect of the tea. Everyone forgets. It's fine. Just drink more tea.
The tea of
Can you
forgetting,
just
it's like
can you
anti-anarchy.
describe the tea ceremony you're making, Sas, for us?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out the pouch that I have in my back. That is made of skin, like a dark skin, and I carefully open it up. And then I'm gonna ask for fire, like a mobile heating. I don't know, how do you call it in German? Anyway, I'm gonna ask for a heater, and then I have a special pot, carefully packed, also in a backpack. That is very like dark silverish but mostly dark with a few like pink spots. And then if I open the pouch, it has like very, very dark tea. Well, you don't really see that it's tea, it's like almost a powder. And then I'm
Powder.
gonna, you know, just throw. Also, there's I'm gonna turn around, and then when I turn back, the teacup is full of water. So the water comes from somewhere, and the tea you saw, and then I'm gonna make the tea, and I think I should have around maybe 3 small cups, but very small, like very small.
Please roll for sleight of hand.
Come on.
I mean,
They're
you
not
have
looking, right, guys?
you have 3 people looking
are.
at you. You need 15 or higher.
Why? 1 plus 3.
Ooh, this is gonna.
So everybody can see how the water is actually coming not exactly from his hand, but rather from a small opening right under in one of his sleeves, and it's being poured down into the cups. So he tried to imagine it, make it sure that it's kind of a magical trick, but in reality, this is just a water container that he's using.
Yeah, no questions. No one asks anything. And then yeah, we yeah, then the tea is done, and it smells like very mint, a lot of mint. But I only pour you like a little bit, so it's only like 1 cup per person. So you can drink it all together, or you can drink it slowly. Up to you. But I recommend that you drink it with a very small, little by little.
Okay. So
Okay.
as Rave, you want to do something?
No. I
Okay,
won't be
as-
suspicious. Like, come on, someone did tea for us. It's fine.
Let's see what happens
know
with the
them.
tea.
What's the color of the tea again?
You can't see
I-
because the cups are black.
I rolled
The cups
D20
and
and
the
I got 1.
What
So
does
it's a
that
very
So-
good
mean?
tea.
So everybody who's drinking tea, you have feeling of this like very dense, very like thick kind of like water that you're kind of having even trouble of swallowing. This is a way of this is a type of the tea that you're making. Please, Rafe, you can regain 1 HP. Gaki can also regain 1 HP. Farvel, you get nothing.
Sorry,
Sas,
everyone. No.
Sas, you can also regain 1 HP.
So you can regain up to 20 HP.
Actually, not
from that
regain,
tea.
1 temporarily HP.
Ah,
That would be.
all right.
Yes,
How
that would-
long does temporary HP stay?
An hour. I don't know.
Until the
Seriously?
tea leaves your body. So.
Let's try not to go to the bathroom.
So yeah, as the party has the tea ceremony and the champion of the High Lakes Tavern as they step by after the fight with the Ravens, let's go on a short break, and we'll be back in maybe 5-7 minutes.
Mhm.
as we are returning back from the break, thank you everybody who joined in as the party called the Power Rangers are just about to continue their incredible
Drinking
uh,
tea.
drinking tea ceremony in the both in game and real life, as they're just about to do something after the drinking ceremony while they're in the pub called the Champion of the High Lakes. So, you all felt this very intense taste of the tea. It's the first time it was prepared by for you specifically by Sas Lee from his own personal reserves. And yeah, you feel warm inside, all except you, Farvald.
So I have no relationship to this tea. It's like water for me, right?
It's like nothing. You're indifferent.
Does it even taste like hot, or like you don't?
Imagine you're like your sense of taste is kind of dull. So
Have corona.
Okay.
you have corona kind of. So
Sounds that's nice, but did you forget the tea leaves?
No, of course not. It tastes like a cherry. Don't you feel like a cherry picked from a high mountain trees? No.
Why would I want that? Okay, I have to play emotionless forward. Why
Inside
would I
check.
want cherries?
Does he feel the taste of cherries?
I will be grateful.
But why?
He just did tea for us.
Thank you, sus.
Yeah,
I
good.
guess.
nice one. I like this attempt.
That's
Yes.
a beginning.
I have two psychos in the party. One tiefling that burns people. Another guy is a pale zombie. Doesn't taste anything.
Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe I
for
taste
everybody,
some things.
Sas will have to bear until he finds Bob, the company.
Yeah, but you're someone who goes out for adventures and cannot kill anyone in the world of D&D. That's also kind of kind of
Of
borderline.
course, why? There's no need to kill anyone. I don't see the need to kill anyone. We're just looking
That's
for
a
Bob.
different story.
We don't want to kill anyone, but sometimes it's needed.
sometimes in bulk.
Sometimes we also want to kill people.
Yeah, you
Isn't
just
your
have to.
god judging you for killing people?
Oh no, my god doesn't have a problem with that.
My god only knows knowledge.
Who knows? Maybe
And
even their
madness.
souls get to him, and then he's really grateful with me.
So one is a bloodthirsty god, another is a madness god.
He likes
Okay.
souls.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you
nice.
didn't collect any souls, right? Nothing happened to those poor people. They
And
just died.
Oh, right.
you collect souls. Farewell.
I didn't.
Oh, good.
Have
That's
you?
correct.
Where did they take the bodies to?
What do you mean? This is complicated. This is like, what is happening? I'm hearing that.
To the prison,
I
of
just
course.
I forgot to pray.
No.
You know, I
Oh.
kill someone, I pray.
Of course not.
I see dead people, I pray.
Of course not. It's like if we met today. No. You've
Ooh,
never
what a
prayed.
character development here. Huh?
I prayed when we were like, you know, in the pit of malice. Don't you remember?
Yeah, but that was a different situation.
There were dead people. I pray when I see dead people.
Well, you just did it once.
Yeah, I'm just
You're gonna keep on
getting
doing
to
that?
know my patron. You know, it's just it's like a step program. I just started.
Rafe,
So
the
if
Farvald
we-
Whisperer, says Sebastian.
If we pray together, then where do the souls go?
Pernakram?
I'm praying to my god, not to yours. Also,
Suddenly we
the
have a
dead.
competition here for
That sounds
souls.
like fun. Yeah.
How did your god
Dun, dun, dun.
feel once you destroyed 1,500 souls? Was he mad?
No, no problem.
Okay. I think your god is not so interested in souls.
I don't know. Why not? It's like power. I could talk to him.
Nah, that's not how your god works. Your god, he like sacrifices of things that you value, but it doesn't have to be people, especially if you don't value them. It doesn't make a difference for him, right? He's all
So
about
far,
you
I didn't
paying
know
a
about
price.
that, but I had never really offered something like that before, so I'm not sure. I need a consultation with him. Yeah.
So maybe we can have a
Take an appointment.
consultation time. Yes. So as the party finishes this tea ceremony, what they would like to do?
Now we're gonna go and talk to the guild to check our stats and if we can upgrade something.
Okay.
Right?
Oh,
You
And
all
maybe Sas can get an introduction on what it means to be a guild member. I mean, you don't need to join right away. You can just think about it, but you can have the official introduction.
it would be nice to have a pitch for once. Yeah, like something salesy. Those are the
Right.
perks. Join us.
Let's see how good this one is. Yeah.
okay?
But
So
I wanted to mention something, guys.
sure.
Actually, I found gold on the battlefield, and I thought it would be fair to share.
Gold. It was just lying around.
Yes,
Mm,
yes. Most likely, right?
Oh,
At some
someone
point, it
dropped
was just lying around, right?
Oh. You're lucky.
I am.
I
Sure,
saw how
let's.
you dodged those arrows and now then you found gold. Wow.
You know, sometimes you need to take your fate into your own hands, and you can force your own luck.
Good.
How much gold would
I
you
didn't
want to
know
share?
you need gold.
You don't need gold?
I didn't know you need gold. I don't
Ah.
need gold. I don't know what they use gold for.
But you would receive gold if we would share some with you.
I don't know. You can just give me I don't know what potion or something. I don't
No,
need anything. No.
exactly. We give you gold, and then you think what you could do with that gold.
I never had any gold, so I don't. You don't
Or
need to give me any
exactly, at
gold.
some point you need to start doing things. So you
Maybe he
learn
just
how to
doesn't
use
need any
something.
gold. I mean,
I
it's
So
can
you
not
don't.
bad.
punch
I
people without
mean,
gold. It's fine.
if you don't want it, I mean, it's fine. We cannot really force you to take it.
You
Parvald,
can
how
maybe
many?
donate it to the victims or to the
No,
families of
no.
the killed.
No.
No.
We're gonna split the gold between us. I have a feeling that's better.
Yes. If you need anything, Saz, except for donating money for yourself, then you can let us know.
I need information on where the Bob is.
Yeah, we
Will
also.
the
But
god help with that?
of course not. Well, maybe if
Okay.
we go to the right people.
Is there any magicians in town or people who know something about magic?
Not
Ah,
in
maybe
this
your
one.
guild that you were talking about. Maybe they know something, right?
Yeah,
About Bob?
probably.
I don't know. I'm not a magician myself, but
All right. But I mean, Rafe, you're a powerful sorceress. Would you know by any chance what this item, and I show my whistle, what it does?
you show what exactly?
The whistle.
just say the whistle, like not my whistle, right? It's like so I'll take a look at the whistle, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it changes something, but yeah.
Yes, you're keeping this tiny wooden object in your hands. It's basically half of your palm in size. It's nicely, carefully master crafted whistle. It has several holes, maybe that you can have a simple melody, a few notes there. And as for you, I mean, you definitely notice the runes inscribed there, but you know that this is a magical artifact, but effect of it, you're unable to identify effect. As you're
And
thinking
also, like,
about
if
it,
I
you remember that Bob was actually good at identifying items.
Yeah, why was he good? What did he do different than us? He also just looked at
He-
items, right?
because he had identify.
It was
As a
so
spell?
powerful.
It's a spell, right, or a ritual or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Need to get that. It's really useful. Now we have to go to some magic item merchants and rely on that they tell us the truth.
Yeah, we can maybe check how much the scrolls are for that one. They are like kind of basic, so they shouldn't be so expensive.
Yeah, we can check.
Zagaki is saying that maybe you can go to like a magic shop and where they deal with the artifacts. I'm pretty sure they can help you with that.
Yeah. Would they do it for free? Did they do it for free once?
What are you drinking?
Oh,
That looks funny.
That's a tea.
This? This? Oh, it's white tea. Called Uso.
Also. Just such a cute tiny bottle. Looks like a drinked wine bottle. Like especially like in the stream picture.
Free advertisement. Thank you to our sponsor, the great Greek nation, which introduced this drink to the world. Uzo.
Yes.
And Georgia, because Georgia invented wine.
Georgia invented wine.
That's what they say.
Yes.
Didn't the Greeks invent everything? Like kind of, and then the Romans stole it.
I mean, every nation claims something. You know, Belarus is also center of Europe, but not really.
What did you invent?
Belarus
Center
claims
of
it's
Europe.
center of Europe. Yes.
Wait, isn't what's the center of Europe?
Okay, let's go on.
Germany.
No, of course not. No, I mean geographically, not power.
Germany.
Germany.
You cannot attack
Central
in any
bank.
direction.
Deutschland. Yes.
No.
Oh,
That's it.
Don't continue. I think this is
Exactly.
live.
Keep it like that.
I mean, okay.
No, but I mean,
So, as the
geographically
party-
speaking, what is the middle of Europe? I
think-
actually I really thought
That
it
will
was
be
Germany, but
that will be
thinking
your
about it-
homework.
Wait, isn't it like Prague or something like that?
There's a monument
That's
that
what-
says center of Europe in Belarus, so that's why it's the center
No.
of Europe.
I also saw a monument that said center of Europe.
Sebastian, if you're still watching us, do
country
you know
has
what's the center of Europe?
The small city of Polotsk in the Vitebsk region of northern
Okay.
Belarus is the exact geographic center.
Geographically, and since it can be measured, then we can accept it.
Okay, Sebastian doesn't know. So, yeah, the small city of Polotsk, it's in Belarus. It's a geographical center of
The center of power.
Europe. Yeah.
But
In
that's-
Belarus. Well, maybe now,
Okay.
but
But that's only if you count part of Russia as Europe.
Yes.
I mean, geographically speaking, that makes sense.
of course.
You see, everything
part of it
is
is Europe.
yeah, part of it is
But
European
if we
part.
talk about the
of it is
European Union.
no.
No.
European Union is not Europe. Just there is more to the word Europe than just European Union. It's a wider
Yeah,
term.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
say it's contested.
Let's get
Okay,
back
let's
to the
Yeah.
stuff. So, thank you everybody who handled with whatever we're talking about, geographical nonsense.
Come on, it's cool.
So as the party now currently decides to travel to the Guild House of Adventuring Guild, am I correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But while
So-
we're walking, Farwood likes to keep an open eye towards his surroundings because he feels like we beat quite a few ravens, but maybe not all of them. So let's just be careful.
Yeah,
Sure,
you
did
can
we leave any
absolutely-
alive? No, I'm just kidding. No, never mind.
Yeah, there were a few left who were taken prisoners by the city guard. Yeah, without any trouble, as Farwald is being on the lookout, you find your way to the guild house of the Adventurers Guild, where by the stairs you're being greeted by the Ugarth Eragast. I'm posting you the name back into the maps and lore, just in case for you. This is and his picture. This is the guild master that you've previously seen. He's a half orc, and as soon as you approach, in the ho ho ho, as the winners of the arena, the defeaters of the shimmering dragons, those who slap ravens in the face. Welcome, welcome.
We should write it somewhere. That's how we can introduce ourselves, like, to more people.
Yeah, actually, we should collect titles, like Freer of the Equalizer. Kidding, but
Freedom, free.
Fear of the dragons.
Freer of the Equalizer, free of the dragons, killer of the airfields.
Yes,
Say
the outfit.
let's say Dragon Whisperers or Friends of the Dragon. So that sounds even more powerful.
Friends.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember the dragon name? No.
Of
Of
course, he's our
course.
friend. We remember his name, right?
We
He's
have
a
never
big dragon.
met someone with a normal name to remember.
Okay, but if
That's
something
not
you
Foul is straightforward.
Farwad has a god of memory as a patron. He remembers.
Sure, he knows everything.
his name was Frietur, the champion of the deep. I'm gonna post it in the channel for you as well.
Champion.
So just in case, yeah, for everyone who joined the party at some moment, freed the colored dragon from the pact that he made with his owner, the Jivalierun son from the capital. And since then, this dragon has been roaming free without the leash, all the way in the Bay of Denver, destroying every single ship he has encountered, basically ruining the economy of the region, which now forced the sailors of the High Lakes to kind of be left without job, as most of the ships are afraid to go to cross the bay into the Volant Kingdom, as the beast is ravaging the area.
But he was just ravaging the Duvalier fleet because he hates him.
And-
because he
and
told him that he's a
Duvalier-
bad guy.
And Duvalier had a monopoly on the trading. So
But he's still raging against everyone? You gotta talk to this dragon friend. That's not okay.
sure. So as you're walking in, the guildmaster welcomes you in, and the news is spreading fast. I've heard of this morning calamity that happened next to the pub. So I guess this is your new friend who just boldly walked to them, and he looks at Sus. Balls of steel, I might say.
Oh, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? I didn't kill anyone. No, it wasn't me.
Sometimes killing is not the worst that you can do to your enemies.
There's something worse. How is that possible? You die after you've been killed. You speak
I mean-
weirdly, old man.
Think about if you are still alive and people refer to you as a worm, as a dust, as nothing. That's probably even worse than dying, don't you think?
Are you talking about slavery? It doesn't exist anymore. Not in our kingdom, right? Slavery is not allowed.
No, I didn't mean
Maybe.
slavery.
I think he was talking about shame. Shame and defeat.
Yes,
Humiliation.
yes.
Defeat.
So what brought you in here?
We wanted to sell those horses
What?
because
So-
we've been
No,
walking
no,
here
no.
all the way,
No,
and I've
no,
been
just
carrying those
no.
horses behind.
No, no, no,
Carry
no,
on.
no.
I don't think we really did though.
I need my horse.
3 fine horses. Maybe we can get 10 gold.
10?
DM, can I attune to my horse? I just thought about it. I mean, it's like it's a special horse. It's intelligent and all of that stuff. I don't know, like an avatar.
You can
or
spend
something.
time with it for it to be trained, but just attuned to the horse, not really. Yes, you bought it, you spent time with it, you have some recognition relationship with it, but if you don't invest, I mean, somebody just jumps on your horse and it's just a horse.
It's not just a horse. Okay, but noted. I'll invest time in my horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, what brought us here? So actually, we were wondering since after how did you call today's calamity? In the city center near the inn, and the help of our friends, the Dragons Guilds. We were wondering if that counts maybe as a deed to the Adventurers Guild, since we have, how to say, I mean, we understand that the Ravens and the Adventurers Guild, they're sometimes competing in business, and the Ravens are cutthroats and bring a bad name to, let's say, adventurers and guild organizations. So we feel like we did the guild a great deed, and as you heard, in quite a stunning fashion. And we were wondering if that would maybe count as something like if we could get some kind of reward for that, for promoting the Adventurer Guild's name and showing the strength. Letting the good world triumph over those who are just mere and miserable cutthroats. Defending citizens in need like we swore by our oath.
As you are giving the speech, you hear this voice from the depth of the corridor where you previously were walking towards the arena. And the voice it's kind of cackly and quite low, speaking quite fast. And the words are, yeah, what they say is true. And you see this figure walking out from the corridor. Sending you the picture in the Maps and Lore channel. You recognize that this is the third kobold from the group of Shimmering Dragons. The one that was using magic and was turning invisible. And he was there present at the battlefield, and he kind of nods to you. Yeah, I can definitely see a potential in them. Yeah, they got lucky with us, but yeah, having the ravens on the back. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't walk into it right away like this guy did. And he points at us. Yeah, maybe they definitely have a future for the guild. And he looks at the guildmaster. How many bodies you say?
No, none. I didn't kill anyone. What bodies? I think I saved 3 people. 3 poor fellas were dying there, but I managed to save them. But they will be fine.
Okay. You think he hears you and he sees different discrepancy between the story of Farvold and you, but he's like, yeah, people can talk weird stuff even though being in the same group. And maybe actually, yeah, maybe you are right. Wait, where is that? And he starts, he bends down behind one of the shelves, opens the cupboard. He puts his hand really deep in there, and you hear there are a few objects he's been moving under there. And as he is pulling out his hand, you notice the several objects he's holding. He's putting them on the table in front of you. And he kind of like spreads it to the right, like you do in the poker when you spread the cards. And in front of you, you see 3 symbols, silver symbols of Adventurers Guild. 3 badges, silver badges of Adventurers Guild on the table. I think you can have those. I think that's fair game.
Thank you. Where?
So I'm turning back to Gaki and ask her, don't you want to... Wait, who's the 3rd badge for actually, right? Because Sas is still not in the guild. So it's Ogaki actually.
Who are you asking?
This is Gaki. He's thinking.
Oh, sure. Like, I feel like those 2, and I point at Gaki and Sas, they were definitely helping us in the fight, and should both wish so, I think it would be fair for both of them to join the guild with the same rank as we have.
Gaki is saying, no, I'm not signing up for anything. No, thanks.
Why not?
I'm not writing my personal details, email, and date of birth anywhere else. She would be strictly against joining.
That means
or signing up for Adventures.
Free housing, basically wherever you go. Or
yeah, that means responsibility. Haven't you read the oath? I mean, I guess you did.
We're very responsible.
Okay. But you, Sus, you sure wouldn't turn that down. I know you're new to all of this guild concept, but yeah, I told you, like, it's a good thing to do. And it's definitely better than joining the Ravens or so, and we're doing great deeds to people in need. You can check the oath, and I'm sure it's somewhere displayed on the wall or so. It's a good oath.
Was the Bob member of the guild?
Of course he was. We joined with him together as a party, which makes it also more sad that he left us for now. But maybe you can take his place in his honor.
But I wouldn't be ordered to kill people, right? We're not gonna do that.
It depends on the people.
I mean, unless people will try to murder us, of course, but we're not gonna go around and assassinate people.
As you're looking just above our head, you notice that the guildmaster points to one of the walls where you can find inscripted writing of the oath. Most of it just there on one of the wooden planks. And as you start reading the first few sentences, Sas, your kind of suspicions fade. Because the first few sentences are, "On my honor, before my betters and gods above, I swear to champion the guild and its interests. I will bring no physical harm to the innocent, nor steal from the citizenry or any land through which I travel." Would you like to continue reading?
I will quickly finish it, but I'm feeling much more confident. And since I knew that the Bob joined it and he was such a powerful person, then I think it will help me to find him. Maybe guild has some records about him or some documents. His birthday, his birth sign, his
Okay, please
hometown.
please come over here and put your hand above this yellowish stone. You notice there is like, it's kind of this type of a stone standing just on the table, and it's kind of glimmers with yellowish a bit. You mistook it for a lamp earlier, but as you put your hand on the top of it, it starts to glimmer lighter. There are a few flashes happening. You feel the warmth, and after some time, yeah, the dimming light kind of gets back to the original shape and form. And he says, "Yeah, nice, welcome to the guild, and it's congratulations with your silver rank, by the way. Do you know what benefits coming in with it?"
Can you remind
You
me?
will give us those silver badges?
This one is yours already.
Oh, good. That's
Don't
enough.
sell it. Don't sell it. Okay.
It's
I'll
a
put
symbol
it
of
in the
honor.
pocket.
The Bob would have never sold his badge.
When we
No, I
find
don't
him,
need
you
mine.
can give
Why
it to
would I sell
him.
it?
You can give
Nor
it to him
given
when
it
we find
away.
him.
He would also not donate it.
Okay, so since Sas
And
has
also
just
got-
joined, he is briefly explained by the guildmaster of what the benefits of his current position are. So he is explained that he's currently registered under the name of the Power Rangers together. So the party can also invite more people into its rank, and maybe more tasks would be available for them. The more tasks and deeds they do across the lands, the bigger their fame is, the higher probably their rewards, and the more people would like to use their services for different reasons. If you're starting as a beginner, you just basically simply jumped over 2 stages of the wooden and bronze statuses. With the wooden bronze, you would be able to get full reward for completed quests. Sometimes people are just finding random scrolls on a street, and it apparently was a quest from Adventurers Guild, and they still complete it. You get discounts from the shops. With a bronze status, you get free staying identified by the guild inns across the land, if there is one in a town. They are spreading the network around, but it's not available in every single city or village or town. And with the silver rank, you actually achieve quite recognition with the guild, and I'm gonna post what your benefits are in... where should I post it? Well, I will post it in the maps and lore.
Get like a salary or something.
So please
Just
take a look.
members. Well respected. Murders. What? Half proficiency for free? DM, that's OP.
Don't
That's
don't tell the
Adventurers
DM.
Guild.
That sounds very good. That's what we deserve.
It took you 70 games, guys.
Yeah, we did it. Silver rank. Only
Just
25
saying.
more ranks.
But how is that OP? I mean, to gain that half proficiency, we still need to pay 9,000 gold. Right?
No, 3. First one for free, right?
The first day of 3 days of training is for free, but we need 3 days of training to gain half proficiency, right?
No, first proficiency for free. Second 3,000. Third proficiency 6,000.
Ah. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
Sergei's interpretation is what's intended.
Okay, good. I'm happy with that.
So that's
Hmm.
+2 to something to something that you're not proficient yet.
What is the internal life of the guild actually? Can we kind of run? Can we run for guild masters and so? Can we take part in elections and give speeches to people or what?
Sebastian has a great comment. Usually you pretty much sell your soul to the guild. With Sus, though, I feel as if the guild sold their souls to him. Yeah, so
What does that mean?
ask Sebastian.
I mean, the SAS is how do you say, positive, no, lawful good anyway. So for him, it makes not, there's no obligations to be a guild member.
As Farwald asked about the internal guild business, he says that now periodically a guild might have their own specifically assigned missions for people who are in the regions of the operations, which would serve specifically guild's interests, whether in the expanding their influence or maybe competing with other organizations. So as you have proven to be reliable and bringing good to the organization, you can be part of it.
I mean, we can always further extend the guild territory while taking it from the Ravens. Seems like we're good at that.
He also mentions that there is still gold and diamond ranks in the guild. And even though you seem to be kind of a halfway in the whole ladder, but your real job starts now. Your real involvement can only start now. Previously, it was more like a training ground.
Okay.
Nice. I mean, sure.
So he congratulates you on that, and he says, "Yeah, well done. Always happy to strengthen the guild."
Well, thanks, I guess. You cannot gain half proficiency in a skill you already have proficiency in, or can you put that on top, DM?
Nope.
No. But that would be useful anyway.
Sebastian says the tea you gave is pretty good, though. I guess that's for sus.
1d20, we rolled 1. That wasn't really good.
But I mean, 20 temporal hit points, it's a potential 20 hit points is pretty good. That's really pretty good. I'm not sure what that tea costs, but
Costs time. So
yeah, maybe there's
like,
different effect every time.
Yeah, there's a different effect depending on the tea color, but yeah, we'll try a different tea next time.
what color did the tea have you gave us?
Would you like to?
He had like a sleight of hand
know.
of 1 plus 3. How can we not know?
The cups were black. You didn't notice. It was transparent black cups. You don't know.
Transparent black?
I mean, the water is transparent almost. And the cups are dark, so you don't know the color.
So just have to spill it next time.
Spilling tea? What the heck?
The kobold comes closer to Rave and kind of carefully observes her. And he's especially being attentive to some dragon scales you have.
Hey, are you okay?
I'm not your
He-
mom. My son, finally we met.
Oh my god, Rave is not so old.
Maybe he just finds it attractive, like from dragon to dragon.
Mm.
No, I think the Valeria is more like my type. But no, I won't say that. Like, I won't be rude. It's like I'll show curiosity. Like, what are you checking?
He is finished observing you, and I think. Do you know the name of your ancestor?
Dragon.
El Dragon.
Yeah. He's a kobold who is also kind of has a relation to dragons in their origins, but kobolds are kind of like even a bit maybe step lower than the people with the draconic origin like Rave is. So affiliation to the ancestry is, especially for the lower levels, is quite important. So that's why he is asking you this question. Yeah, he wants to ask know more about your ancestry. That's your question.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it. I'll say like, what is my dragon? The one I picked, the golden one or something like that.
You're gonna be found dead next morning.
What?
You're
No,
asking too
I'm
many
gonna.
questions.
I mean, I can talk about it, like, but I can also ask back. What about yours?
Yeah, he looks back and says that Copper Dragon was his ancestry. And it's nice that the draconic lineage moves on through the ages. And
yeah, isn't fire amazing?
Just maybe we should thank them because they kind of had our back in the fight. I just thought about it. They were actually
Well, now
super helpful.
Yeah, you can get into a conversation to make it less awkward and like talk about that.
Rafe talking about parents is awkward.
Well, a bit because like, yeah, I mean, my ancestor is the golden dragon, yours is the copper dragon. Fire is great. What else do you say?
I don't know. Be creative.
What's your favorite spell?
Maybe you can ask him things you don't know about your draconic origins. Maybe he knows more.
Rave doesn't know something about her draconic origin.
I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what to ask.
I would say Rave knows maybe more with her background.
Oh no,
So-
maybe I'm gonna ask a cold. Hey, so are you already also like silver rank?
He takes out the badge from his neck and shows it to you. Yes. We are silver rank, and that's why when we heard the suggestion to fight some no names of a bronze rank in the arena, we
What?
thought
No
it
names,
would
but
be an
okay.
easy walk, easy money, just a nice warm up. But it's good sometimes to be proven wrong, just not to forget that the fate can have a different idea of what you are thinking is going to happen next.
I mean, we're not like super famous in the guild, but we prefer not to be so like loud about the things we do. It could be dangerous.
Really? Usually, the louder, the more gold you can earn.
Yeah, but the more enemies you can also get.
Ah, but then you have more enemies to loot.
Okay. Sure.
Farval
and did you
with
train?
his...
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Did you already use part of this great benefits and got like some extra skills on these training programs?
He said it. I used it once. It was beneficial for me, as I try. I'm not the frontline person. I try to avoid stuff. So a bit of extra acrobatics and stretches were useful for me.
Yeah, I also have to consider something like that. Maybe. Okay.
Say,
Okay, cool.
friend, since you and your pack or group party joined us so helpful in the fight and aided us when we needed it.
You can call me by my name. And he says that his name is Baram Stavenger.
Baram. Nice to meet you, Baram. I'm Farwald. This is Rafe. This is Sus. This is Kaki. Making an introduction round. So I was wondering, since you're like proficient in the arcane arts, maybe you would know what this item, and I show him the whistle, can do.
You really want to know, yes?
Of course I want to know what the whistle is for.
uh,
I know it has potential.
let's see if it's on his spell list.
And I trust him more than a shopkeeper.
He looks at the item and he rolls for Arcana. And looks like a stick to me. What do you do with it? Ah, it can be a flute. And he's taking it out and he starts playing a beautiful melody out of it. Even though there's not many notes and pitches he can take, but he is definitely proficient with the instruments.
Okay. Does anything happen?
No.
Okay, then I just take back the flute.
I imagine Farwell just coming by, is like, give it back. You don't know anything. Useless.
Come on. With a new character,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with
right.
the zombie eyes and the pale skin.
But kind of emotionless, just like reaching out for the flute.
I
Not
need
too
your
emotional,
clothes, money, and
Yeah,
motorcycle.
please.
Please. Yeah, he returns it back to you.
Okay.
As the guildmaster addresses you. So, Power Rangers, what is your next plan? Where are you heading now?
Still Denver, right?
Yeah, Denver. Some research
Yeah,
to do.
capital. Always rich in action.
Maybe there's some contract for the guild we can fulfill on the way, or we have an important delivery or the like.
Please take a look at the board.
Let's take a look at the board.
If you would like to.
I mean, we can check, right? Well, maybe we can just do something on the way. Make some money.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. What would actually be the next, like, rank?
Golden one.
Is it the last one?
No.
How many are there? How many ranks?
There is also platinum on the top.
League of Adventurers essay. I know that would be diamond, right?
Gus is gonna chat with the guild master about Bob, how he looked like, what wizard he was, what kind of spells that he used,
Like if you
and
would
so on
know.
and so on. How did he ended up in this town? You know, whatever the Bob told him, he wants to know. So you guys can go look at the board. The Sas doesn't really care about board. He doesn't even know the board exists, I think.
No
Yeah,
problem. Let's take a look.
As Rafe and Farwell go closer to the Adventurers Guild quest board, and Susly is trying to take as much information as possible from the guild master, as well as a kobold who is standing not far away, asking them about Bob and this great wizard who ravaged town with his appearance. Let's go on a short break, 5-7 minutes. we are back on the stream. So how, as we ended before the pause, as Rafe and Farwell, they went to take a look at the Adventures Guild board, current quests. Meanwhile, Susly was trying to get any information on Bob. So let's do first what Rafe and Farwell sees. So last time, as you were looking at the quests, you pretty much gathered there were 4 options available in front of you. And as I'm posting them in the channel for you now, again, I hope it's readable. But one of them, where you were supposed to bring the tome of Duali, it's expired in a way, so it's no longer available. But the 3 others are still there for the taking. And there is also one more added recently, one more fresh one. And you read it, just a hint for Adventure Guild. It's basically an internal job of Adventurers Guild, because now it's available for you all. So now you're able to take next level tasks. And this note states that recently it seems to be an illusion field has fallen down off of a rocky hill where previously a bleak fence stronghold is located. And then currently the square keep, it sits on the very top of the hill. It was very well defended back in time. It's in disrepair, and from the scouts from a distance looks completely deserted. It was once a home to like a, let's say, home school of wizards. And the scouts also report that the animals in that area gain an ability to speak on the territory. So as an internal guild business, it currently kind of suggests any of the guild members to conduct like a deeper investigation of that area. So I'm posting it in the maps and lore as well. As we're going,
the one about the sage looks super interesting. Knowledge is the biggest reward.
Oh my god.
Farwell triggered. Love it. Yes. So I mean that you've seen already this you read already this one before.
Yeah.
We're going back to the Susly, and as you are describing them, Bob, they you hear from them both mostly the impressions from the arena fight, and especially from somebody who was there in the arena, the kobold himself, and he tells you that overall the person who you call Great Wizard didn't look any of importance, but my commander told me that he had a feeling, he had a scratching in places about him. So he gave me a specific order that I should be targeting him first and then apply my attention to everybody else. And this is what I did. That was part of our strategy. And yeah, it didn't, I mean, I did what I had to, but my commander lieutenant weren't prepared for that much resistance. So yeah, they basically
Did they know
give
where
the...
he went after the fight? Or did he said where he's gonna go?
the guild...
doesn't know where the Bob disappeared.
Yeah, the guild master says that he was all the time very closely with his party, and I remember after handling them the reward, I was kind of not really looking at the direction anymore. So I would assume that they left altogether. And the kobold meanwhile was unconscious, so he cannot tell you much.
Okay, so and then they know where the Bob came from. which direction, which city? Why did he ended up here? In
I mean,
this town?
many
Was he
people
looking for something?
many people end up being members of Adventurers Guild. I can only check in my books the place where he originally registered in the guild. But
please.
who was he before that? We don't really ask that upon application.
Okay. So I'll just find whatever information available. So which cities did the Bob visited? Where did he sign up? At which level did he sign up? Or no level. Yeah. How long did he sign up? A year ago? 10 years ago? And what was his party members when he signed up? And then, did they change? Did they all remain the same? So let's say
So you're
find out.
getting information from them that he originally registered in the Venice Adventurers Guild with the party, and that he previously had a training and he was studying in Linus Mage University, which is on the kind of more to the east from Denver, and that he comes from Irefield.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of information. Thank you.
Yeah, this is something that maybe basic ones that we can extract with the screening stone, as you can see here. But that's not much.
Yeah, I can only thank you. I don't have any money to pay you back for this information, but maybe in the future.
Nah, don't bother. You are a silver member guild. And as PI inquiring about your own party member in a way. So that's not the problem.
So, how much gold would you offer for the horses?
We're not selling the horses. We heard that.
Are they
You didn't say
delicious?
anything.
Asked Cobalt.
One of them looked delicious.
I think
Don't
Bob really
listen
liked
to
his
him.
horse. Bob really liked his horse. I think he should keep his memory.
Yeah,
Honor
I mean, if
his
you
horse,
sell
yes?
If you sell it,
Yes.
he's gonna kill you.
I'll probably
You are looking
despise
at the
you.
board. You are looking at the board.
No, but if we hear horse, then we're there. The horses are our best friends.
He's
Guys, I'm gonna sell the horses. Are you fine with that?
No.
I
No.
can take it from you for 50 gold, says Cobalt.
No, we're
50
not
gold,
selling the
that's a lot of
horses.
money.
We're not
not-
selling the horses, friend Cobalt. Just don't listen to him. He is
It's not even
weird.
his horses.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. They want to keep the horses for some reason. I don't know. I walk faster than those horses.
Do you?
We don't.
Makes no sense. Maybe you can
So,
train more.
yeah, the party, you finish reading the board, you regroup. What do you talk? What do you plan to do next?
So when Forward walks by this this stone, he just like casually like with his hand he goes like over it and sees is there any weird reaction or so.
Farwald has already registered with this stone before, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But Forward changed.
I mean, it doesn't react.
Okay, good.
It's still the same body.
I don't know, like I was just...
No, there is no reaction from the screening stone.
Yeah.
No.
Because I remember there was a weird reaction towards Rave.
Correct. Everybody remembers what happened when Rave was registering for it, and Farwald, what happened?
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it just didn't work. It was just behaving like weird. Like if it was not sure if it should trigger alarm or not.
The stone has shattered once it tried to read Rave.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Shattered.
Yes.
Okay,
But would the Farwell know that?
of course.
Yeah.
Who was originally registered back there in Venice? It was Bob, Farvald, and Rave. So, yeah, he
Mhm.
was there.
Yeah. In Venice, yes. Okay.
Okay, so it's not about being good or evil. Something else. Okay. But Powell keeps that to himself.
So, what does party want to do next? Or what does it want to visit next?
We should talk in case we want to do any of these missions. Do we want to do any of these missions?
You also have the whistle to identify.
Mm.
Ooh. By the way, Farwold still has a specter. It's still there. It's only about, let's say, 1.5 hours after the fight or so. Let's say 2.
It's currently
But it
not
was
with you.
gone.
Last time you saw it, you sent him to carry out the body of Raven with his
It's not
mother.
back after 2 hours?
I mean, did you tell it to return?
Of course. I told him to escort them to the house of the Raven and then to come back.
It's not back yet.
Take
Oh,
your
we are
time,
being
Commander.
raided with a party of 2. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Tale of Power Rangers. Feel free to ask questions. Nice to have you. We are playing D&D and it's our 70s game already. So there's a lot to catch up if you'd like to stay with us.
More than a year, probably.
Yeah, it's actually almost 2. We're gonna have an anniversary very soon. Almost 2 years. Yeah, it took us some time. Yeah, we're still playing. And we still managed to find time to play together. Few characters died. Some epic events has happened, but the Tale of Power Rangers still continues.
Okay, let's go
Yeah.
and check what this whistle does.
Thank you for the anniversary.
Maybe it's super powerful.
Yes,
Whistle.
the party has recently, just in 3 of them, has defeated more than 3 dozens of mercenaries of ravens, and they acquired some gold in the city square. Ooh, we got a follower. Thank you very much for the follow. Yes, as the party has looted the bodies of the mercenaries, they have also identified... Wow, more followers, guys. Thank you. We've almost reached our goal. Thank you, New York. That's very lovely of you. Thank you, Kos D&D. Backseat chilling. Guys, you're amazing. We just, I think, fulfilled our goal. That's really great. Thank you for help. Really amazing. So, as the party of the Power Rangers defeated almost 3 dozens of mercenaries, they have looted some gold, they distributed among themselves, as well as they found a very interesting magical trinket, which they identified to be a whistle, but it had a few magical runes on it, and however, they were not able to identify what it exactly does on the spot. So currently they are in the Adventurers Guild building in the town of the High Lakes, as you can see in the map, and they are deciding on their next step. In the Maps and Lore channel, they have a few quests available by the guild, as well as they have own personal business to figure out.
Okay, so I mean, let's sum up. So Sas definitely wants to find Bob. I mean, the rest of us also wants to find Bob. Aki wants to leave town. We wanted to go to Denver to look for Bob and to do tons of other things we probably forgot about half of them by now. Yeah, anything else we wanted to do except to go to Denver and maybe take on one of those contracts? The PvP.
Oh, yes. And last game, a few of our players thought, since we recently got a new character introduced, that it would be interesting to see a PvP, player versus player fight of 9th level Warlock against 8th level Monk. I'm also really wondering, curious how it can turn out. But you didn't settle on it. It was just one of the ideas. So... a lot of things to do.
And we still have to go to the constable, which is not called constable, but you know what I mean.
Magistrate.
Magistrate, that's it.
Bürgeramt.
Yes, to the Bürgeramt. We have to
To the
register.
Bürgeramt.
We have been here
That's
for
the
too
point.
many days without Anmeldung.
Yes, as you remember, the lieutenant of the city guard was inviting you to visit it. So, are you wanna head there? Do you want to head there right now? It's
What's
about.
closer? Mhm.
No, we want to identify the whistle.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was closer.
Yes.
The magic shop or the magistrate?
I think we should first go to the magic shop.
Magistrate would be
just...
closer, and the magic shop would be a bit further than that. But it would be on the way. It's kind of, you go closer to the port, where the central, where the administrative buildings are, and then from there you go more to the northeast, where the old town, where the shops are.
Okay, then I guess we can go to the magistrate first. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Or does
Okay.
Stas have any other plans I forgot to mention?
Stas,
Sell
do you
the
have any other plans?
horse.
No, don't sell the
No,
horse.
the horses are not yours.
We're neither gonna cook them nor sell them. Nor
I can see
anything.
the pattern here. Bob wanted the ring, Sas wants to sell horses, yes? There are some obsessive ideas in the air.
Those horses are too slow.
You can run, but
That's-
we can't. Okay.
Yeah, the monks are just walking too fast. They don't need horses, yeah?
I doubt that he
I
can
don't
run as
think
fast
they
as my
can.
horse.
They can't be so fast.
I think it's faster than your
Unless
horse.
you fly or something.
Depends on the monk.
Basically, yes.
I mean, we
Yes.
can find out once we're on the road.
Yes,
we
after
can
we
have a
identify
race as well.
the whistle, we can.
You really like
Okay.
this whistle. Let's just do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, let's go to some. I don't know. You guys go somewhere. I'm gonna pay attention to everything that's going on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's check out the magistrate then.
Yeah, the guys who were raiding us, they had was just about 50th game and 39th, and we had a 70th game anniversary. So I kind of feel
50th
proud.
game.
They had 50th,
That's
39th.
also a lot.
That's also a lot. That's also a year. So yeah, the D&D campaigns, they usually last if they're nice and people enjoy them,
Forever. Until the
they can
DM.
last forever. But usually a couple of years. Yeah.
Especially if people choose to ignore the main quests.
I'm not pointing fingers here, right? So
No, it's just
we progressed
was
really
this-
fast. We released the equalizer.
I mean, we meant the plan was to level up, and we did that. We lost 2 characters on the way.
it's also
but we leveled up.
Yeah.
Okay. We proceed? Shall we proceed? Okay. So it's not a problem for you to get back to a more living part of the city. It's currently about midday, so the path is nice. The fresh breeze from a sea coming and kind of refreshing your face. You feel a bit of salt in the air as you're passing through the streets, which are currently mostly empty. People probably just out in the fields, or you can hear a few of the workstations and workshops working where there is a hammer hitting and a different kind of other equipment on the work. As you are approaching, you find that there are a few more patrols of the city guards, and they're all horsemen in this area. And you find yourself next to the magistrate building, approximately 20-25 minutes since you left Adventurers Guild. And the building looks the following way. Yeah, I'm posting it in the Maps and Lore channel. Oh, the picture is 10 megabytes. I hope
Wow.
it loads.
I guess they want something from us. Like they want us to kill someone. They want us to solve a problem.
Failed to upload. Sorry, I need to find a smaller picture.
But I don't know, what could they want from us? So it's a city-state, and they saw that we can fight. They were like, hey, thank you. We might have a contract for you.
Yeah.
What could that be?
So the town hall looks this way.
That was
So-
MB.
I used a similar picture as of now. So you notice that the building has several floors in it, and it's properly made out of stone blocks. So unlike the buildings which were just on the outskirts of the high lakes, which are just fully wooden, this one could be a bastion of its own in a way. So it's definitely well done, well built, and can last there for ages. You constantly see a flow of people walking in, walking out. Some of them are looking like peasants and plebs. Other people look more like holding pieces of papers and scrolls in their hands, and with the glasses or monocles, and carrying out the orders. So it definitely looks like something that administrative life is happening inside of it. You find yourself next to the entrance, as one of the guards is currently asking, "Hey, stop right there!"
Yes.
What's
I
your
look at him
business?
Like...
We're the Power Rangers.
The Power Rangers.
Haven't you heard about us? We're the defenders of the inn.
Power Ranger? Wait, that's something familiar, something I've heard now. Power Ranger. Wait, is it like a pirate gang from Tandori? And he's kind of like starts to point his alabarde against you.
Is he really doing that?
He just kind of
Yeah.
lowers it, and like while he's
No,
asking.
don't kill anybody. Pablo. No, we just did something heroic earlier. We defeated some ravens, and we were
Well, we
invited.
did something heroic. Please let us in.
No. And we were told that we could come by to talk about that.
Actually, we're here by the
Ah!
invitation of Under Silverfin.
Oh, so you are the guys who gave them hell? Oh, quite literally? Sure, yeah, he kind of like, yeah, walk in. I think, yeah, just ask in, but you probably might see even the mayor. Yeah, his cabinet is on the 3rd floor of the building. Yeah. Just say you can say the same that you just told me. I think people are not gonna bother with you.
Thank you. Let's go.
Yes, as you are proceeding further on inside of the building, you notice that similar to the administrative building back in the Ironwood, which you robbed with...
The subtleness.
We investigated.
On the first floor, there's quite a lot of rooms and tables where the scribes are working. So the administrative paperwork is happening. And you can see that there is a small tablet there leading to the mayor office upstairs. You're following the stairs, and they seem to be quite used at this moment. They kind of squeak and crack quite a lot, especially under the weight of your armor, Farvald. Meanwhile, Sus, you're kind of walking very light, and your steps are not being heard. Rafe is just walking normally. As you're approaching the very third floor, there is one more guard who is kind of standing and covering the whole third floor, and he sees that you're walking upstairs. He's asking you exactly the same question, but this time he's not pointing the weapon at you because you already got here somehow. As you exactly are telling him exactly the same words, he's, "Oh, so you've met our lieutenant? Yeah, please walk in." Sure. Wait, actually, wait a second. And he turns to the left, makes a few steps, like, as he is trying to maybe impress you with his marching skills. He is having like, he knocks 3 times at the frame on the door, and he puts his head kind of inside fully, and he's like, "The Power Rangers are here." You hear this question. "Who?" "The Ravens." "Ah, okay, let them in. And he opens the door, and yeah, the mayor would be seeing you free. Yeah, come in.
Okay. Should we march like him?
No.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come
No.
on.
We're nobles.
Let's do the same.
You can.
Oh,
We're nobles. We don't
Why
do
the-
that.
follower goal met. We got 20 followers, guys. Hakuisu Sayoko, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for helping us reaching our follower goal. It took us ages, and thank you very much.
It's like,
Where's
Very
the confetti?
special.
Oh.
come on.
Yeah, we should celebrate that. We didn't even prepare.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone
What
gets
happened?
1,000 gold, right?
Yes. yes. That'd be
Maybe if our viewers in the chat suggest this idea, maybe we can do that.
Suggest
But
1,000 gold. Suggest
thank you
1,000 gold.
very much. That's really means a lot. Really happy for
Forever
that.
poor. 70 session and the party still doesn't have anybody.
Party is still
2
alive,
years
you know.
later.
70 sessions and still begging to the audience to convince DM to give us gold. Yeah.
So, that's really great. I feel really good. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. We're happy to chat, especially after the game and now. Okay, let's proceed. As you're walking inside of the cabinet of the mayor, the door behind you kind of like slowly closes as the guard, he was just following you exactly by the door. Did you try to mimic his marching?
No.
Yes.
You guys did?
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Okay. Rafe and Sas, please both roll for, I suspect, performance.
Suspect that too.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my gosh. 11.
14
I just
with -1.
regret.
The question is,
Yeah.
does it look like mockery now or not?
No, it's solid. It's over 10.
So as you're looking as Bob, sorry for that. The spirits in my head. The Sasli, you are walking pretty much in accordance with the guy and exactly with his skills. So that's more than enough. And for you, Rafe, you were previously back in your life, you were mostly observing other people doing the marching, or creatures doing the marching in front of you. You were never really asked to do it yourself. And this time you just wanted to allow yourself just this moment of leaving the restraints and everything behind, just like play with it. So yeah, most of the attention of the guard was attracted to Sas, and behind you, you were doing your steps. A few times you walked with your hand and leg at the same time, but yeah, more or less it was okay for your first try.
Did the guard react?
He just looked back but he didn't say anything because you already invited to you. You were just
Rangers, we need we need a move, when the battle
was it?
starts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
to transform.
Everyone makes
To
a pose.
transform.
so
Need
as
to
the
watch at least
door
one episode.
Farwald opens the door, then Sassli marches inside of the cabinet exactly the same way, and Rave behind them is as well. Been a
We
bit
enter
worse.
in non-roll, you know. If the door's open, then we get back to normal.
Farvet is like a homeless guy opening the door.
Farwald, please roll for shame. Yes, you can roll for shame.
No, I mean, like, can I not just roll for performance? Like, I walk in like giving this aura of those are my party members. I know they're weird, but it's okay. They're nice.
It's, I would say it's also performance. So please.
23.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes. So
That card is rolling hard.
between average marching of Sas and kind of bad marching of Rave, Farwell really balances you all out here, as your general image doesn't suffer in the eyes of Mayor. As he probably has seen many different adventures in his life. They all had their own kinks. So you walk inside of the cabinet. You notice that there is a table busy with scrolls, books, and something that's currently being signed. You notice a person standing there. He's currently alone. He looks like this. Sending you the picture.
His Majesty. No, not really.
You wish. So you look. You
They're
see,
all relatives.
you look at the you look at the person, and this is a quite elderly half elf. He is completely bald, and he has the eyes and very spiky ears. You notice how he constantly would be adjusting his eyes. Sorry, I was reading the comment for Sebastian. So he was adjusting his eyeglasses to look at you, and meanwhile, at the same time, you notice that he was constantly still writing something in notepad that he has. So part of his brain was focused on you, part of his brain was still in the work. So as he is kind of glancing at you, now I can read the comment from Sebastian. I don't dislike Farwald, but all I can say is ever since his death, he's been quite remarkable. Which one of the deaths, please? You have to specify. Yeah.
I guess
Now
like
he's
every
dead
time-
inside.
2 days.
Yeah, like every time you kind of come close to death, I suppose it changes you. And Farwell, that
Correct.
becomes apparent.
Correct. Dying is never easy. Every death adds +1 to everything. Yes.
Does it?
Oh my god, come on,
Where am I
come on. No.
I mean, what about your negative stats?
There's no such thing on my character sheet as negative stats. It's all plus
There-
1.
There
Really?
will be.
I also don't have. Okay.
I would have charisma 21 now. That'd be great.
I mean, if you're talking with undead, maybe. Negative by negative equals positive. Yeah, we can talk.
Spectre, and you need to talk to him and see what happens. Maybe you can talk now with the undead people.
Wait. That's different.
Really?
So, as now he is looking at your eyes, and he pushes his document down on the table. He's kind of putting both of his hands up, and it's kind of, he looks like somebody who knows his position, and who knows the order, and he knows who is in front of him. He looks at you attentively, as if like waiting for you to say something. And seeing that you finished your marching and kind of like unsure what happens next, he takes initiative and says, "Welcome to the glorious city of the High Lakes. I am its mayor. May the city walls will always be strong. My name is Elgoth Riverwall, and I happen to know about your presence in the city and your actions. The Power Rangers. Rangers? He looks at you. Yeah, Rangers. Am I correct?
We're the Power Rangers, but we're not Rangers.
That could be your
Yes.
slogan.
More leaning towards power than Rangers.
Yes, more power.
Yes. Nice to make your acquaintance, especially knowing that you are more on the city side rather than on the greed side. He tries to make a metaphor based on what you just said. So
Fouled feels uneasy.
Polo just turns in his coffin, yes?
That
Yeah.
anyways, but suddenly the 1.3k gold, they feel heavier.
Yeah, he didn't share it with people yet.
I wanted to, just forgot. I mentioned it.
But nobody asked again, yes?
Yeah, the way of things.
Okay, so as he's looking further at you, he looks at Rave first, then he looks at Sas, and then he looks at Farvald, who had the most representable look as you're entering, and he addresses you, considering you as a commander or leader of the bunch. Yes. I am quite pleased that members of Adventurers Guild, they honor the oath and they protect the innocent and try to keep the order, especially when something silly, bizarre, and unnecessary happens within the city walls. And yes, I am glad you were in a spot. I am a bit upset that none of my guards were at that place, so the bloodshed has spilled, and now I have more things to take care of. But you must know that the ravens here in the High Lakes, they always had a very, very unstable position. The appearance, arrival, and establishment has never been agreed upon a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure these events might have tipped the scale, and maybe this would be the last time the ravens are seen in this town. We shall see, but the voting of the town's council would be happening on the next week, so that would be definitely one of the points on the agenda.
Well, yes, we were happy and lucky to be there at the right time, at the right moment. Being adventure guild members, but beyond that, being honest citizens, we had to step in and serve justice to the host in need. We certainly didn't want to cause any bloodshed, but it was the Ravens doing to seek violence, and we responded accordingly.
Yeah, we have already asked a few of the witnesses, and they completely confirm that the ravens came to the place first and tried to burn down and start the fire in a district, and that was extremely unreasonable of them. And yeah, they will be dealt with. Yeah, I never liked them, but the money they provide was always good.
How do
That's
the Ravens
what
provide? Sorry.
Yes.
How do the Ravens provide money, actually?
You know, being a city-state mayor and being a city-state by itself is not always easy, considering the massive players that you have on the field to the south of us and across the bay, and to the north in Tandori. And trying to keep our independence, believe me, it has always been very complicated. Therefore, in some times, let's say we have to make deals and make several shortcuts with the organizations who we might have avoided other times, but yeah. So the Ravens have decided to have several of the training grounds in the vicinity of the High Lakes, and quite often the members were visiting the town on themselves. So, but we put a strong agreement with them that they would never exceed the quota of the city guards in quantity in the vicinity. Otherwise, we would consider them an enemy. And so far, they were keeping to that part, but their behavior has been average at most.
I see. So, whom have they been doing business with in their ports near the city?
That's already out of my knowledge, as they are not they're not under our command. They are, you know how the mercenaries band act. The person who pays most, they get contract with. So who are the contractors? Definitely not the city. The city only allows them to reside in the vicinity.
Of course. Well, yes. So we came.
Are you interested in the? By the way, you seem to be quite capable, and since you probably have quite a rank in Adventurers Guild, maybe you could join a few parties of your guild in the upcoming endeavor. As you might have probably heard, and at this moment he starts walking down to the side of the room, and you see that the man, he has quite high boots all the way to his knee, and there are several knives attached to each of the boots, so they are visible on the inner side. As he walks down to some of the wall, he points to one of the ledgers which hangs. It's not a map, it's just lines of numbers and letters in there. And yeah, this is something that we have a great issue with. I'm pretty sure you've heard that the most of the trading and goods exchange has stopped recently in the Bay of Denver. And our city, which has been prosperous because of this position, actually suffered quite a lot. Yeah, maybe something that happened with the Ravens in the morning is quite nasty, but things which are happening in a port district, they may be less bloody, but nonetheless don't bring any profit to the city. As most of the traders, they are just afraid to leave the dock. And the sellers are left without a job, therefore poverty, therefore crime, therefore bloodshed. None of this is good. And as of now, the only thing I can do is support the efforts of the capital, of the Denver, of the Human Kingdom, that are sanctioned by the Duke, as this is the latest news I have, as the Duke is currently uniting several fleets that he has, something that also provided by the great families, and with an unusual pact with the Tandoori pirates, who usually were always fighting on their own, but now they would also arrive from the north in the search of the dragon.
No.
So retconning dragon, saying the beast. He would always refer to him as a beast. Not a specific. As the beast is not beneficial to anyone, and especially to those people who starve and die because of the trade interruptions. So if you don't have any other options, if you would like to, maybe you would like to join one of the search parties on one of the ships who would be joining the Armada.
What's the reward?
I mean, the reward, of course, is being directly paid by the merchants of the High Lakes, Denver, and Muradin. So it's a combined effort of several trade guilds, because they are the most, they're the suffered, they're the most victims of this whole situation. But of course, it's only would be paid out to those who survive the encounter, and only in case it's a success.
So let's say one party would solve this problem. What would the promised reward be?
One party? That's impossible.
Let's
That beast ravages dozens of sheep per day.
Let's assume. I mean, why would we sign up for whatever this incentive? To face a beast.
I mean, if you think you're capable of solving this problem all by yourself, oh boy, I don't know. You would be able to buy your own small keep.
Okay.
The bait.
Have couple dozens of servants, and who knows, maybe a title.
Sounds appealing.
But it's that's just hypothetical. How can you just 3 of you solve this problem? So yeah, just an offer. If you would like to participate, we're happy for any brave, warm hearts and cold heads to join the Armada ships in the port district. Sas, you want to say?
Request. Yes. Would you have a power to provide us a wish spell if we solve that problem for you?
Does know about the wish spell.
He looks at you.
Of course I know. I heard it's a very powerful spell that you can wish anything.
If the legends would be true, you think I would be a mayor of this town and I would be suffering from this beast? I would wish the beast to be gone. The problem solved.
I don't know. I just also heard the legends about the wish spell where you can wish
I know.
For anything.
I can imagine maybe the great wizards are capable of that. But this world hasn't seen one in ages.
Shit. Actually.
Probably
this guy tells me that there is no wizards.
Probably since the War of the Spring.
Basically.
So basically he's saying that there is no wizards capable of doing that. Can I inside check him? Is he just doesn't know, or he's serious about it?
Go ahead, roll inside.
Because that would mean there's no wizards that could do that.
Since the war
25 crit.
Today is the day.
25. 20 plus 5. Crit.
So as you're trying to read his reactions, he is definitely not the person who possesses like a magical, deep arcane knowledge. Rather, he would be more of an accountant. But even with his limited knowledge, he might have heard of the existence of powerful spells from fairy tales, from tavern brawls, from anywhere around. But he is definitely not a person who would be operating with or would know somebody.
He never heard of a wizard that can do that. So he never ever heard a live wizard that can do that.
This one you don't know. This one you don't know.
That was the check.
Wait.
He said, he said the wizard doesn't exist that can do that.
He mentioned it to you that he hasn't heard about anyone that powerful since the War of the Spring.
So he hasn't heard.
He hasn't heard anyone recently who would be like solving people's problems by this means.
Good. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Like maybe there is, but on his level, he's a mayor of the town. He never ever heard. So this is completely out of his reach. Okay.
Rafe, would
But,
you like to do and ask something in the room? Actually, Rafe, you can roll for perception.
Okay. Damn, not my day. 11.
You needed 10 or more. So
Okay.
nice.
so Rafe, you're kind of attentive to details about geography based on your current mission. So now we're currently basically in the center of operations of the whole city-state. So your eyes are mostly located not at the face of the mayor who is talking to you, rather on all the kinds of objects which are lying around and which all kinds of letters and ledgers and posts and scrolls as you're trying to identify any kind of
Typical
information pieces from there.
I'm in a mayor's house. Why not?
Most of the information you look around doesn't make any sense to you because you don't speak Elvish. But one of the leaflets lying down on the floor that you recognize, it's a newslet bulletin, very similar one that you've seen printed back in Denver while you received it by being in embassy with Bayan. And you see that this bulletin is just lying on the floor. It's kind of like left aside. It has mentioning of Shahlands.
I maybe see the date. Are my eyes still good?
Yeah, your eyes are fine, but you would need to get the scroll to actually read it in details.
It's complicated.
So, yeah, so Fowl picked up on what the mayor said before, and he was mentioning that there was no great wizard since the Spring Wars. Therefore, he asks, "Oh, so the Spring Wars, that was when elves and men and dwarves, they fought and then united together. It was that event, right?"
Yes. This is the calamity of nations that happened, I don't know, 1,000 years ago? Somewhat. Yeah.
So
The Danodon statue. That was erected in those events.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen
Who
it?
were the great wizards then? No, we haven't seen it yet, but who were the great wizards then? What were their names at that time?
I don't know the names, but I definitely know that they were participating in the fight. I know that there should be at least one on the side of the Danodon. But
Okay.
I'm not a history teacher in here.
Okay,
Who's
maybe
the
we should check
Danodon?
that up.
So back to the fractured memories. So in the middle, if you look at the map on the stream,
Yes, there's a statue.
Yeah,
guys.
there's but whom is it
But
representing?
who
We don't know
is
that.
the Danodon?
Yeah,
who is the
it
Danodon?
seems to be a nation of sorts or so.
So
Unless it's a general of some sort.
I think it was one person, right?
Yes. So what everybody basically knows about the Danodon, that this is a person who has united the human chiefdoms in that area, as well as forced elves and dwarves to ceasefire. How he did it, people have different opinions. Some say that's because of the powerful mage has helped him. Some say that he made a pact with some deity. Some say that he did both. I mean, there you can find dozens of explanations. None of them in the public knowledge of everybody in the head. But he basically allowed to settle down the whole war in here so that nations were able to rebuild. And that happened approximately 900 years ago. So in his fame and in his memory, the statue has been built, and this giant hill that has been erected, the statue was erected on, is actually one of the battlefields back from that area where plenty of creatures have lost their lives or unlives.
So it's entirely
And
made out
now
of bones.
it's not entirely made out of bones, but you can imagine that there is like a mountain or a hill, artificial hill, and nowadays, or 100 years later, you would never know what happens underneath it, right? You would never guess. So
We have to visit that place.
I think why?
Necron best place
The
to go.
holes.
Just wanna
Oh.
pray.
yeah, the Olympus fortress is also nearby from it. If you remember, it's a bit to the south on the other side of the hill. Yep, and Eiffel already not far away from there.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what he tells you. Rafe, are you doing anything?
Maybe I want to ask him politely.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Mayor. I can't help but notice that leaflet over there about the Shahlands. Do you think I could read it? Or you could tell me about it? About the contents? In case there's something there that's gonna be read.
He kind of like starts to think, what are you pointing? And you point finger at him. The news bulletin. I'm sure. Take it. It's a public knowledge. No problem here. Not a hidden information. Otherwise, you.
Subscribe. We really should.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's. I kind of I find this news to be a bit weird, so I don't know how to relate to them. Yeah, but take a look. So as you are uncrolling the bulletin in your hand, you quickly find the place where it was mentioned in the Shahlands. And first of all, most of it is describing the recent death of the Shah and what is currently like, what possible next heirs to his throne are. And but most of the article was dedicated to the like glorious deeds of the previous Shah. So he was born in that great year, and then at the age of 5 he was already riding a horse with a spear. So like this kind of language the most of the article is. And in the very end you find small additions. That the last news from the Shah lands is that the town of Akla has lost all of its citizens, as none of them were found. They
need to stop
vanished.
Let's save it.
So if you look at the
Tieflings
map,
again.
Date.
if the date 5 days ago.
Ooh,
So as you look at the map, let's look at the map together. So just to help you out a bit, so when you go all the way to the Shahlands, there is a town of Akla, which goes from the Muradin to Amalur. It's not far from the abandoned peaks. So
There
that's.
seems to be a dragon.
So this is a town that mentioned in the news article.
Is that
go
like
back.
volcanoes?
This is
Looks
more like
like-
it's like a volcano mountain type border between lands. Probably like tectonic plates. Imagine they just raised up at some moment, and yeah, those are mountains, high mountains.
DM, can you show the Shahlands capital for a second?
I can share the link to the world map with you, which you are free to explore at any moment, as well as any of our viewers. Any of our viewers, you can find the link to the world map attached to the channel as a link.
What?
Uh,
That's not subscribers content?
it's not subscribers content, that's open
Okay.
content. It's a public content. So yeah, you can freely observe the visible. This is a knowledge, the objects which are on the map. This is kind of a public knowledge of things, of places, of towns, of objects. But there is way, way, way more if we go into details of any of the regions. They're just not identified in here. So as the map, we went back to the High Lakes where our characters are. Actually, maybe I should post even the link into the chat. I think that would be a smarter idea. Yes, here's the link to the world map. I just posted in a stream chat, so you can feel free to take a look at the full world. Yep.
I got a question. I mean, even looking at the map, which one is the capital? Is it Amalur?
Correct.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay, let's go back. Rafe, you've just read this news, yes, and we saw a reaction on Sa's face, but it probably was Bob's spirit.
Does it mention anything about like they concluded that the cause of death or the person that caused it was this?
It says that they're unable to identify the cause of death because there is no dead bodies around to identify.
What?
It's a
Like
ghost
from the
town.
Shah? No, the Shah. From the Shah.
Ah, from the Shah. No, they don't mention anything about that.
Okay.
They only mention his glorious past.
Yeah, okay.
Answer to Sebastian. So yes, the map is dynamic. So whenever the party, the group discover or plans to go into a specific place on the world map, the objects and places will be added there. So currently the map possesses whether the places that the group, the party has already visited, or something that is public knowledge that people generally are aware of the world. So, yeah. Thank you for the question. Yeah. So, as you are...
That's actually good to know. I didn't know that.
You didn't know? You didn't know? Yeah.
I didn't know it updates and that, yeah.
Yes, plenty to go. Plenty to go. I agree. Yeah, the party has a couple more years, I guess, to visit to visit stuff. We'll see. I mean, there's also Rave's kingdom, Rave's homeland, which is not even on the map for now, because the whole action happened.
No, the bottom right corner is
it's a part of it.
Kingdom.
It's a part of it.
It doesn't have the name, right?
So, yeah, actually, Rafe, what do your people call you, Lance?
I knew it. It should be in my character sheet. Right?
So.
What a princess.
No, come on, it's there. It should have been there, but someone didn't add it.
I mean, I don't know how much I can tell from Rafe's perspective. So that's another question.
No, just the name of the place. That one I had already shared.
You know the name of the place she grew up with, and you know the capital name of the Tiefling Kingdom. The capital city name is Goktzin, and it's not even on the map. You have read a few letters from people from that place, and I think Rave mentioned it a few times. But other than that, yeah, you didn't really talk a lot about the Tiefling's kingdom.
Wait, Goktzin. Goktzin, that rings a bell.
Yes, it should ring. It should. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Goxin. Wasn't there like a Brask or something? Wasn't there something about Brask and Goxin? It had something to do with Goxin, right?
Mm.
Oh, we need like a we need something like an encyclopedia, like a Wikipedia, just for this
We
campaign.
we have a Brask book that was mentioning that there's some activities planned, but something failed there. Like they couldn't like finish the something. But we
Really?
had a
Um,
note that mentioning that
Well,
there's some development.
was it in the journal?
It was in the Brask's notes.
Who had the Brask notes?
No.
Did both have
okay.
Brask notes?
Okay,
Both had Brask's notes.
to help you a bit with, you have encountered this name of Goxin several times, and when you think about the notes, Janko, member of a sneaky battalion, once he was telling you the story of what happened with the chief of sneaky battalion, Tarathiel, who was killed, he was describing you the findings from his safe, and one of the things in the safe was a letter to a person who was from the Goxin in Tiflin Kingdom, and his personal name was in here I'm posting it in the Maps and Lore channel.
It's like if I'm hearing all of this for the first time.
Yes, where he had a scientific discussion on the topic of extracting a part of a soul from spectral imprisonment and what could be the consequences.
Right.
So Tarathiel, on his side, had his own investigation in the matters for some reason, let's say, and he died. This is how you heard the word Goxin before.
Right. That's a good lead. We completely forgot about that.
So about the leads, I think Sebastian just asked, what are the plans to visit homelands in the future? So if we talk about characters, homelands, we visited the hometown of Bob, and they killed half of its population. Yeah, it just happened.
All of them would have died if it wasn't for us. So
Rave
we saved
did
half.
Rave did it.
Okay,
Not
Rave
me.
did it. Rave did
It
it.
was an accident.
But you did the accident.
Well,
So it was
everyone
Rave's
does
accident.
accidents.
Yes,
But
think
we
of the
released
stories
other
and
half
gifts you could
into
bring.
misery.
Yeah, so for Sebastian, so the party visited the hometown of Bob. Then the party knows where the homeland kind of Rafe is, but they haven't visited it, and I don't know if they will.
Won't visit
That's
it?
that's the question to the party. Regarding Farwald, part of his own personality is identified where his homeland is. It's part of his memory loss.
Yeah, I mean, Farwald knows where his home city is.
So yeah, that's what he has already learned throughout the game. So, but they didn't visit that place, I guess. Did you? You didn't. Only Farwald had been there.
Farwald was there before he lost his memories, but I think the other two have been there already.
Where?
Tell them.
It hasn't been disclosed.
Oh, well, then how can we confirm or deny?
So, okay. So, Farwald's hometown was what was it called? Tira.
Yeah.
Tira.
Yeah,
if
Tira.
we look, I will move the world map as well. Here. Yep, that's keep on forward.
Yeah, well, that is Farwald's original hometown, or where he chose to settle with his family, I guess. Yeah. What was the question?
It was just about visiting home places. So the party didn't visit it. They never visited it.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Polo's home tribe we also never visited. And we visited the home place of the player who was with us before, Kuo Karim, one of the druids. His hometown is Kirinel, which located not far from the Ironwood, our starting location. And it's here. They're still friends, and last time he communicated with him is alive. So, other than that, the party, let's say, didn't do that much of the home area exploration as they could.
Didn't Quo set off as a bird and never came back?
I think so.
Bob had a conversation with him.
Bob had a conversation.
Nobody
I only
talks
remember.
about-
I remember
What?
Rafe having like a weird dream or so. Right?
About a bird?
No, wait. Sorry. Regarding the core, you got information talking with the Bayan last time you were in the embassy, where he actually had a letter describing what's the situation in Kirinal and describing what happened with Kua. So.
Actually, yeah, he's part now of the government
Yes.
there, something like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes, he was appointed as the descendant of his uncle to be a part of the government. And once
that makes sense.
once he saw the orcs doing the like kind of under earth mining excavation under the Kirinal, just to explode and bypass the magical barrier on the surface, he just couldn't leave. He had to return back and prepare defenses. So.
Okay. It's just lovely, like when Sebastian asks those questions, it's like someone asks you about your mother tongue. You kind of know how it works, but you don't know why. And then we have to ask ourselves those questions, and then we're like, yeah, right, now it makes sense.
Yeah, so keep in mind that we're playing the game for quite some time. So there are a lot of information that has been shared, and a lot of it has been forgotten as well. So I'm trying to, happy to answer any questions more, both for players and for you, for any viewers that we have. Okay, so we are back to the cabinet of the mayor, and as you are reading about the news and discussing it, you hear the tuk 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 triple knock into the door of the mayor as the head of the guard opens up, and you see, she's here, she's arrived. The mayor is looking at him back like, wait, who?
What?
The guard, the woman you mentioned in the morning. I don't know. You what was Timiamar? I don't know the name. Weird one. But you described what? Impossible.
Who?
How?
Bad feeling.
Who?
How can? I was. They would be expect. I would expect her here. I mean, maybe in the end of the week. How did she get here so fast? And he's like, damn it. She is here before the city council visit.
Sorry, the camera froze.
Well,
He's like, camera froze? No!
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's quickly restart.
Except by me. Great.
It's not the